lies and nothing but the lies. And you all must appreciate and understand that the manner in which they have conducted themselves doesn't behove anyone in public sphere. You see, one thing is to do a wrong thing, and second thing is to be, feel little sorry, feel little embarrassed about what you have done. This is nothing but brazen shamelessness. The way they have conducted themselves is absolute shamelessness.
Ma'am, also comparisons were drawn where he himself drew a comparison between him and Mahatma Gandhi, and then we had Aam Aadmi Party leaders like Atishi ji who went on to say that he's nothing but a modern day Bhagat Singh.
You see, people like them either are not well versed in the history of the country and definitely not well versed with the morality and principles. Mahatma Gandhi, be it Bhagat Singh, they sacrificed everything for the well-being of the country. And Bhagat Singh, 23-year-old young man, went to the gallows fighting for the freedom of this country. He being compared with these people who are nothing but corrupt lot, who have misused that freedom which was fought so hard by our ancestors. And this is what they do to the freedom which country received. And then being compared with Bhagat Singh or Mahatma Gandhi. God save Delhi.
Thank you, ma'am.
Now, after being grilled for over 9 hours in the national capital in relation to the liquor gate, after repeating Operation Lotus claim and making it all about Gujarat polls, Kejriwal's deputy Manish Sisodia is in Gujarat Republic, confronted accused number 1 Sisodia on his big claims. Listen into that confrontation.
जी, पर आपके ऊपर जो इल्जाम लगाए गए हैं लिकर पॉलिसी को लेके, आपने ही ड्राफ्ट किए
वो सब फर्जी है।
पर आप डेप्यूटी चीफ मिनिस्टर है सर, आपने ड्राफ्ट किया था और आपको बोला जा रहा है कि जो कॉर्पोरेट जो स्टूडेंट्स हैं, जो लिकर माफिया है, उनके ऊपर आपने
वो सब झूठ है।
पर सर आप बोल रहे हैं कि ये पॉलिटिकल है, पर आप दिल्ली में आप खुद ही आप अपनी रैली कर रहे थे, आप अपने आप को महात्मा गांधी बता रहे थे।
झूठ है इन लोगों का सब।
आपने खुद ने कहा है सर कि आप अपने तुलना महात्मा गांधी भगत सिंह से
जनता पार्टी महाझूठी और गुंडों की पार्टी।
पर आपने खुद ने कहा है सर, ये आप अपने आप
भारतीय जनता, मैं ये कह रहा हूँ कि भारतीय जनता पार्टी महाझूठियों की और गुंडों की पार्टी है।
पर आपने ये जो बोला कि पॉलिटिकल मुद्दा बना रहे हैं कि
And Priyanka also joining us live from Ahmedabad. Priyanka, we just heard that sequence. If you could once again summarize it for our viewers, what Manish Sisodia had to say when you confronted him.
Well, Samiksha, we did see a couple of points that Manish Sisodia had made there in the national capital yesterday. The inflated sense of self-importance that we saw when he called himself akin to the father of the nation, Mahatma Gandhi, and Bhagat Singh. And then, of course, when we asked him today that the same question, he completely sidestepped that, and he said that this is the BJP fabricating these allegations, these evidences against him. And of course, he also had to say that this is something that is being done to keep him from coming from Gujarat. But we did see him coming to Gujarat here today, and he is here in the state of Gujarat. He will be going to those several schools in the state of Gujarat, in Ahmedabad specifically. But we did see him not having any answers when there were specific questions posed to him about the Liquorgate scandal and, of course, the kind of freebies that were being given to the corporate stooges, their inner circle, so to speak. And then, of course, also him having that political rally there in the national capital, carrying out that rally while going towards the CBI when he was called for questioning. He had no answers for that. He only just kept parroting the same response, claiming that this is the BJP making these allegations, the BJP who is fabricating these evidences, the BJP who has to be blamed about this entire thing. He kept saying that all of this is a lie, these are lies and these are just politically motivated. But what we saw politically motivated was that mega rally as well. well yesterday, Samiksha, in the national capital, where we saw him in an open jeep being showered with flower petals and calling himself Mahatma Gandhi and calling himself Bhagat Singh, and saying that this is something that had happened to those great men as well, is something that is happening to him in the national capital, and that the entire BJP is after him, using these investigating agencies like the CBI to target him. But we do see that he does not have quite a lot of answers when we asked him about the Liquorgate scandal, and he only had one parroted response. Now, that being said, we also see that the Aam Aadmi Party has now released a new diktat claiming that they will be boycotting Republic TV from coming to the press conferences, and they are not in fact allowing us to come to the press conferences. They're not allowing us to ask them the answers, the questions about the Liquorgate scandal, and that's what we saw happening at the Ahmedabad airport today when I confronted him, and he kept only repeating one sentence that he had come prepared with. But we do see that the Aam Aadmi Party seems to be also campaigning for the Gujarat elections there in the national capital, using this Liquorgate scandal to actually garner more votes, is something that their strategy seems to be, because even though they seem to be playing the victim card, claiming that they are not being allowed to come to Gujarat, we saw a very smooth movement of Manish Sisodia and his convoy coming to Gujarat, coming to Ahmedabad, proceeding towards the Aam Aadmi Party office, and then of course he will be going to visit several schools as well, Samiksha.
All right, Priyanka, thank you for the moment. We'll keep coming back to you as we track all the developments on this big story. And for now, a quick roundup of all that's making news from across the country. Two local labourers from UP were killed in an overnight attack in J&K Shopian. The incident comes as the third instance of targeted killing to have happened in the last 3 days. Responsibility for the attack was taken by the Resistance Front, a hybrid terrorist of the Lashkar-e of the LET terror outfit, who's now been arrested by the police in Shopian. The Gujarat government, in connection with the Bilkis Banu case, told the Supreme Court that the petitioners challenging the remission given to the 11 convicts were unwanted and meddlesome. The government also stated that the case was carried out by the CBI and that it had obtained suitable orders for granting a remission by the centre. Prime Minister Modi is scheduled to address the 90th Interpol General Assembly on today at the Pragati Maidan in the national capital. The 90th General Assembly of Interpol will be held starting today till the 21st of October. Shiv Sena Uddhav Bala Sahib Thakere's MP Sanjay Raut's judicial custody is scheduled to end today, following which he will be produced before a special PMLA court in connection with the Patra Chaul scam. The court is expected to hear the bail plea of the Shiv Sena MP. Delhi Deputy Chief Minister Manish Sisodia, while asked about the summons by the CBI, stated that the questioning was not about the excise policy but to force him to join the BJP.
सीबीआई का ईडी का जितना दुरुपयोग भारतीय जनता पार्टी कर रही है वो अब सबको पता है। पूरी सीबीआई और ईडी को उन्होंने केवल और केवल राजनीतिक मशीन बना के रख दिया है। ये किसी से छुपा नहीं है आज। तो सीबीआई के ऑफिसर्स ऑफ कोर्स सरप्राइज होगा लोगों को अगर सीबीआई प्रेस रिलीज जारी करेगी, हाँ जी हमने ऑपरेशन लोटस किया था, लेकिन एक्साइज पॉलिसी पे कहीं फोकस नहीं है। एक्साइज पॉलिसी में कहीं कोई करप्शन नहीं है, एक्साइज पॉलिसी में कहीं कुछ नहीं मिल रहा है उनको। ये बात कल की पूछताछ से ये और साबित हो गई मेरे सामने कि सब पूरी तरह से फर्जी मनगढ़ंत कहानियां बनाई हुई हैं। लेकिन ओवरऑल कल का मुझे बुलाने का मकसद वहाँ यही था कि मुझे इस बात के लिए डराया जाए कि किसी तरह से मैं आप छोड़ने को तैयार हो जाऊं, मैं किसी तरह से बीजेपी में शामिल होने को तैयार हो जाऊं। मैंने साफ साफ कह दिया, भारतीय जनता पार्टी इतनी गंदी पार्टी है कि इसमें शामिल होना अपने आप को खत्म करना है, अपनी आत्मा को मारना है।
Akali Dal MP from Sangrur was barred from entering J&K with the decision reportedly put forward on account of law and order situation in Jammu and Kashmir. Deputy Commissioner of Kathua issued prohibitory orders under Section 144 after Simranjeet Singh Mann and his supporters refused to return when stopped by the J&K police at the border. The Delhi High Court is scheduled to pronounce an order on bail of Umar Khalid. Umar Khalid has argued that neither did he had any criminal role in the violence in northeast Delhi nor any conspirational connect with the other accused in the case. An activist of the PFI was arrested by a team of anti-terror squad and local police at Mao in UP. In Mao, UP.
Sanjay Singh now you see is in the middle and protected by the Aam Aadmi Party Karyakartas, hand on hand, security around Manish, around Sanjay Singh, made by Aam Aadmi Party Karyakartas and leaders. They are not allowing police officials to take Sanjay Singh. Police finally detained Sanjay Singh. Manish Sisodia राजघाट पहुंच चुके हैं. We are right outside Rajghat. Massive cavalcade of all the Aam Aadmi Party supporters is here at Rajghat. The vehicle of Manish Sisodia as we follow the cavalcade to CBI for interrogation.
सर, यू वांट टू से समथिंग? सर बताइए, कुछ तो बताइए सर. आपको समन किया जा रहा है. मनीष जी, बताइए सर. एक सवाल मनीष जी, एक सवाल बहुत महत्वपूर्ण है.
Sanjay Singh now you see is in the middle and protected by the Aam Aadmi Party Karyakartas, hand on hand, security around Manish, around Sanjay Singh, made by Aam Aadmi Party Karyakartas and leaders. They are not allowing police officials to take Sanjay Singh. Police finally detained Sanjay Singh. Manish Sisodia राजघाट पहुंच चुके हैं. We are right outside Rajghat. Massive cavalcade of all the Aam Aadmi Party supporters is here at Rajghat. The vehicle of Manish Sisodia as we follow the cavalcade to CBI for interrogation.
सर, यू वांट टू से समथिंग? सर बताइए, कुछ तो बताइए सर. आपको समन किया जा रहा है. सर कुछ तो बताइए सर. एक सवाल मनीष जी, एक सवाल बहुत महत्वपूर्ण है.
Sanjay Singh now you see is in the middle and protected by the Aam Aadmi Party Karyakartas, hand on hand, security around Manish, around Sanjay Singh, made by Aam Aadmi Party Karyakartas and leaders. They are not allowing police officials to take Sanjay Singh. Police finally detained Sanjay Singh. Manish Sisodia राजघाट पहुंच चुके हैं. We are right outside Rajghat. Massive cavalcade of all the Aam Aadmi Party supporters is here at Rajghat. The vehicle of Manish Sisodia as we follow the cavalcade to CBI for interrogation.
सर, यू वांट टू से समथिंग? सर बताइए, कुछ तो बताइए सर. आपको समन किया जा रहा है. सर कुछ तो बताइए सर. एक सवाल मनीष जी, एक सवाल बहुत महत्वपूर्ण है.
Sanjay Singh now you see is in the middle and protected by the Aam Aadmi Party Karyakartas, hand on hand, security around Sanjay Singh made by Aam Aadmi Party karyakartas and leaders. They are not allowing police officials to take Sanjay Singh. Police finally detained Sanjay Singh.
मनीष सिसोदिया राजघाट पहुंच चुके हैं. We are right outside Rajghat. Massive cavalcade of all the Aam Aadmi Party supporters is here at Rajghat.
The vehicle of Manish Sisodia as we follow the cavalcade to CBI for interrogation.
Sir, you want to say something? सर बताइए, कुछ बताइए सर. आपको समन किया जा रहा है. मनीष जी बताइए सर. एक सवाल मनीष जी एक सवाल बहुत महत्वपूर्ण है.
Can Indian news be contained to the corners of Lutyens? India's biggest news media conclave.
मनीष जी, आपके ऊपर जो इल्जाम लगाए गए हैं लिकर पॉलिसी को लेके, आपने ही ड्राफ्ट किए
वो सब फर्जी।
पर आप डेप्यूटी चीफ मिनिस्टर है सर, आपने ड्राफ्ट किया था और आपको बोला जा रहा है कि जो कॉर्पोरेट जो स्टूडेंट्स हैं, जो लिकर माफिया है, उनके ऊपर आपने
वो सब झूठ है।
आप अपनी रैली कर रहे थे, आप अपने आप को महात्मा गांधी बता रहे थे.
झूठ है इन लोगों का सब.
And more news break coming in. This one from Andhra Pradesh, where a Nandi idol was found vandalized in the Kanaparthi village in Prakasam district of Andhra Pradesh. We are told that the incident took place on the intervening night of Sunday and Monday. According to the police, the idol was found damaged by unknown miscreants, and is suspected that they were thieves who tried to steal from this particular temple. And the official has also said that the probe that has also been ordered into this particular incident, the CCTV footage on your screens that has been accessed as well of the Nandi idol that was found vandalized in the Prakasam district. And we have Aneri also reporting live on this. Aneri, give us more details on this, on the incident coming to light of Nandi idol that was found vandalized.
That's right, Samiksha. The incident has been reported in Prakasam district of Andhra Pradesh, where we see that it was the incident had taken place on the intervening night of Sunday and Monday, that is the day before yesterday. But when the temple priest opened the doors of the temple yesterday morning, on Monday morning, that time the Nandi idol was found vandalized. As you can clearly see the visuals which we have accessed, where the Nandi idol was seen vandalized. And also at the same time, when we happen to speak to the police officials, they say that these could be the thieves who had entered into the temple. And also at the same time, we see that the Bharatiya Janata Party has been questioning the Jagan Mohan Reddy government over this incident and asking why there is no proper action being taken. However, the police officials say that now the Nandi idol has been seized, and also they have sent it to forensic team for further investigation. And also very closely they have been monitoring the situation, and CCTV footage also has been checked by the police authorities, and a case has been registered. However, now the opposition parties have been hitting out at the Jagan Mohan Reddy government there in the state of Andhra Pradesh, asking why such incidents have been taking place, and repeatedly why there is no action. A strict action should be taken up is what the Bharatiya Janata Party has been questioning. But also at the same time, I will also read out what the police officials have to say. They say that the idol was damaged by an unknown person, and it is suspected that they would have come where there were thieves who had entered into the temple to steal some property from the temple, and they vandalized the Nandi idol. But also at the same time, we have inspected the CCTV footage as well, and a special team led by the CI has been formed to take up the case, and further investigation is also being taken up. However, now the Nandi idol has been seized by the police officials, and further investigation is being taken up into this matter.
Yes, Aneri, stay with us. We have a reaction as well coming in from the BJP leader. Let's listen.
When Hindus were worshipping Lord Mahadeva, his beloved Nandi was found ruthlessly vandalized in Kanaparthi village of Prakasam district of Andhra Pradesh. What are you doing, Jagan Mohan Reddy Garu? No action, no arrest, no investigations. This has happened for more than 200 times in this state, and not a single culprit is found. You are a totally anti-Hindu chief minister. Please don't test the anger of Hindus in your state. Bharatiya Janata Party Karyakartas yesterday, they have conducted agitation. Today state president has demanded for high level inquiry. Don't test the anger of Hindus in your state, Jagan Mohan Reddy Garu. Bharatiya Janata Party will not allow this to happen. We will go ahead with strong agitation against all your anti-Hindu activities happening in the state.
Yes, Aneri continues to be with us. Aneri, if you could give us more details on this special crime team that is probing this particular incident.
Samiksha, this is not the first incident which has been reported in Andhra Pradesh. Earlier also there were a few incidents of temple vandalism which were reported in the state of Andhra Pradesh from various locations. But now this incident coming to light from Prakasam district of Andhra Pradesh, where we see that on the intervening night of Sunday and Monday, that is on day before yesterday night, we see that the Nandi idol was vandalized, and when the temple priest opened the doors of the temple on Monday morning, they found that the Nandi idol was vandalized, and now the police officials say that they could be the thieves who have come to the temple to steal some property there. But also at the same time, now a case has been registered, but the opposition parties in the state of Andhra Pradesh question the Jagan Mohan Reddy led government, where they have been asking that why the culprits are not yet arrested and what action is taken. Also is the question remains as the opposition parties hit out at the Jagan Mohan Reddy government in over Nandi idol being vandalized in Prakasam. We'll be right back after a short break. Keep watching Republic TV.
Sir, you want to say something? Sir, बताइए, कुछ तो बताइए सर. आपको समन किया जा रहा है. मनीष जी, बताइए सर. एक सवाल. मनीष जी, एक सवाल बहुत महत्वपूर्ण है.
Sanjay Singh, now you see, is in the middle and protected by the Aam Aadmi Party Karyakartas. Hand on hand, security around Manish, around Sanjay Singh, made by Aam Aadmi Party Karyakartas and leaders. They are not allowing police officials to take Sanjay Singh. Police finally detained Sanjay Singh.
Manish Sisodia, Rajghat पहुंच चुके हैं. We are right outside Rajghat. Massive cavalcade of all the Aam Aadmi Party supporters is here at Rajghat.
The vehicle of Manish Sisodia as he followed the cavalcade to CBI for interrogation.
Sir, you want to say something? Sir, बताइए, कुछ तो बताइए सर. आपको समन किया जा रहा है. सर, कुछ तो बताइए सर. एक सवाल. मनीष जी, एक सवाल बहुत महत्वपूर्ण है.
security around Manish, around Sanjay Singh, made by Aam Aadmi Party karyakartas and leaders. They are not allowing police officials to take Sanjay Singh. Police finally detained Sanjay Singh.
मनीष सिसोदिया राजघाट पहुंच चुके हैं.
We are right outside Rajghat. Massive cavalcade of all the Aam Aadmi Party supporters is here at Rajghat.
The vehicle of Manish Sisodia as we follow the cavalcade to CBI for interrogation.
सर, you want to say something? सर बताइए, कुछ बताइए सर. आपको समन किया जा रहा है. सर कुछ बताइए सर. एक सवाल मनीष जी, एक सवाल बहुत महत्वपूर्ण है.
Sanjay Singh now you see is in the middle and protected by the Aam Aadmi Party karyakartas. Hand on hand, security around Manish, around Sanjay Singh, made by Aam Aadmi Party karyakartas and leaders. They are not allowing police officials to take Sanjay Singh. Police finally detained Sanjay Singh.
मनीष सिसोदिया राजघाट पहुंच चुके हैं.
We are right outside Rajghat. Massive cavalcade of all the Aam Aadmi Party supporters is here at Rajghat.
The vehicle of Manish Sisodia as we follow the cavalcade to CBI for interrogation.
Three days and as many dead in a cowardly attack in Jammu and Kashmir. 2 innocent laborers are killed in a grenade attack by terrorists. 24 hours after Farooq, more predictions killing. Another is killed. India says Farooq answer now. In Gujarat, Republic TV questions Arvind Kejriwal's deputy on poaching claim.
चीफ मिनिस्टर है सर, आपने ड्राफ्ट किया था और आपको बोला जा रहा है कि जो कॉर्पोरेट जो स्टूडेंट्स हैं, जो लिकर माफिया है, उनके ऊपर आपने
वो सब झूठ है सारे.
सर आप बोल रहे हैं कि ये पॉलिटिकल है.
It's a big political row over Operation Lotus claim. The centre hits back, says Sisodia is lying. The language debate is back. Stalin government is all set to pass a resolution against Hindi imposition. Killer pothole claims another life in Bengaluru. It's India versus the pothole menace now. Well, news just coming in. We're now learning that the court has refused to cancel the bail of Tejashvi Yadav. In fact, Republic TV has confronted him on the threat to the CBI. Watch as Tejashvi Yadav is silent on Republic TV's questions as he leaves court.
Tejashvi, just a single bite. Tejashvi, sir, just a single bite.
कहीं ना कहीं लगता है कि हमारी बात में कोई वजन था. कोर्ट को ऐसा लगा कि अभी इस बात पे वार्निंग से काम चल सकता है, तो अभी शायद कैंसिलेशन इसलिए उन्होंने इस बारी उन्होंने नहीं अलाउ करी. लेकिन एक वार्निंग दे दी है कि आगे से वो रिस्पॉन्सिबल ऑफिसर हैं, पब्लिक सर्वेंट हैं, डिप्टी सीएम हैं, तो उनकी बात का असर होता है पब्लिक के ऊपर, तो वो जो भी कहें ध्यान से कहें।
सर, do you think the warning is sufficient? धमकाया उल्टा सीबीआई पे कहा कि इशारे पे काम कर रही है।
मैंने आपको फिर कहा, मैं फैक्ट्स पे कुछ नहीं बोलना चाहूँगा। मुझे नहीं पता कि एजेंसी इसके अंदर आगे इसको दोबारा चैलेंज करना चाहेगी, क्योंकि हमारा मानना बड़ा ज़रूरी है कि ये जो उन्होंने बोला है उसके अंदर ये 100% एक थ्रेट बनती है, और हमारी इन्वेस्टिगेशंस को एक पॉलिटिकल कलर देने की जब कोशिश की जाती है तो मेरे ख्याल से वो गलत है। क्योंकि मैं तो सिर्फ एक प्रोसिक्यूटर हूँ, मैं ये जानता हूँ कि मैं अपने केस में ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं हुआ जिससे कोई ऐसा लगे, ना तो उनको कभी अरेस्ट किया गया, ना किसी ऐसे और आदमी को अरेस्ट किया गया। और ये जो उनके ऊपर कंडीशन लगाई गई हैं, ये कंडीशन भी जो है वो कोर्ट ने लगाई है, सीबीआई ने नहीं लगाई, और उस कोर्ट कंडीशन का साफ साफ उल्लंघन किया गया था जिसको हमने पेश किया।
Sir, do you think the warning is sufficient at this stage, given what you're saying?
Sir, I don't want to comment. As I said, I don't give bites. But still, if you're asking me, as a citizen, I will say that it will depend upon the agency to take a decision. I am no one to take a decision whether they would get convinced with the order passed. We have not seen the order. I don't know what reasons the judge will give for dismissing the application, and based on that, I believe the agency will take a decision.
The PC that he conducted, you feel that's a clear threat?
100%.
So you'll file again for the cancellation of bail?
That's what I said. I cleared about this only, that it depends upon the decision taken by the agency after looking at the order. The order has not been passed yet.
So you also stated that you have certain proofs where he could be found guilty in the
Whatever I state in the court remains there. I don't want to comment on that outside.
As the court essentially has dismissed a plea seeking cancellation of the bail plea of Tejashvi Yadav, the Deputy Chief Minister of Bihar, was named in an alleged scam in the contract of 2 hotels of the IRCTC to a private firm when his father Lalu Prasad Yadav was the railway minister. The CBI has told the court that one of its officers investigating an alleged scam by the Bihar Deputy Chief Minister faced an attempt on his life.
Tejashvi, just a single bite. Tejashvi, sir, just a single bite. Tejashvi, sir.
We are waiting for the detailed order. ठीक है? सीबीआई की एप्लीकेशन डिसमिस हो गई।
सर, लेकिन सीबीआई क्या तो कहेंगे कि अधिकारियों को और गवाहों को डराया धमकाया?
ना कुछ नहीं कहा। कहाँ से सुन?
जब आप पावर में आ गए सर,
पार्टी ऑफिस।
तेजस्वी, one word. तेजस्वी, एक मिनट। Tejashvi, just a single bite. Tejashvi, sir, just a single bite. Tejashvi, sir.
We are waiting for the detailed order. ठीक है? सीबीआई की एप्लीकेशन डिसमिस हो गई।
सर, लेकिन सीबीआई क्या तो कहेंगे कि अधिकारियों को और गवाहों को डराया धमकाया?
ना कुछ नहीं कहा। कहाँ से सुन?
जब आप पावर में आ गए सर,
पार्टी ऑफिस।
तेजस्वी, one word. तेजस्वी, एक मिनट।
From Manoj Jha from the RJD, even as Tejashvi Yadav, who was sitting in the front seat, decided to remain silent on it. Let's go across to Harsha, who's reporting on this. Harsha, give us more details of your interaction with Tejashvi Yadav.
We tried to talk to Tejashvi Yadav a lot. Manoj Jha assisted Tejashvi Yadav today in the courtroom in Rouse Avenue Court, where this entire bail cancellation plea was heard in Rouse Avenue Court in courtroom number 501 in the court of Gitanjali Goyal. We tried to ask him certain questions that he tried to threaten CBI officials and witnesses, which CBI has quoted in the courtroom as well. But Tejashvi kept silent mum in the entire route from the court lobby to till the basement parking. Every time he was shut, he was not speaking anything. But Manoj Jha from his side stated and spoke that the the bail cancellation plea has been dismissed, and now whatever we'll speak in the party office, and when we'll go to Patna as well. So this time they're not speaking much, but this was for sure in the courtroom when the lawyer of Tejashvi Yadav said clearly that the narrative and the image of Tejashvi Yadav is trying to be portrayed negative. Our image is trying to be set in the public where we are threatening CBI officers. When we did, we supported CBI searches and raids at our residence in Patna, where they came and raided our residence. But the narrative of ours is trying to be set by CBI. We never threatened the witnesses. We never threatened the CBI officer. We always supported. These were the things what the lawyer of Tejashvi Yadav stated. But on the other side, CBI lawyer DP Singh clearly stated when he came out of the court and we spoke with him, he said we have to decide with the agency. We'll talk with the agency when we will file the cancellation plea again or not, because right now it has been dismissed. But yes, we were clearly threatened, because when he came in the power, the next day he did a press conference and the words which were quoted to him in the public, in front of the public, were like the threatening, which was clear to us to the CBI officers and witnesses, and it was seen as a threatening clearly. Right. And we spoke that thing in the courtroom in front of Gitanjali Goyal as well. So these were the matter which were done inside the courtroom. But a big relief for Tejashvi Yadav, as the bail cancellation plea has been dismissed by Rouse Avenue Court, and the judge has clearly stated the next time Tejashvi Yadav addresses public, he has to be more cautious with his word. Yes.
Right. Hold your thoughts, Harsha. Stay with us. Now, while it did not cancel the bail plea, a Delhi court, in fact, did reprimand the Bihar Deputy Chief Minister, Tejashvi Yadav, over allegations that have been made by the CBI. Let's, in fact, listen into Harsha's interaction.
Tejashvi, just a single bite. Tejashvi, sir, just a single bite. Tejashvi,
I'll speak. We are waiting for the detailed order. ठीक है? CBI की एप्लीकेशन डिसमिस हो गई.
सर, लेकिन CBI क्या था?
Well, we are just getting news of a chopper crash that has taken place in Kedarnath in Uttarakhand. This is just initial reports that we are getting right now. We are getting to understand that this chopper in fact crashed right after takeoff. This is very preliminary information that we are bringing to you here on Republic TV. We are told that this was a chopper that had just taken off. It has crashed in Kedarnath in Uttarakhand. More details, of course, are awaited even as we try and gather those. Here's what we know so far. There's been a chopper crash that has been reported in Kedarnath in Uttarakhand. Initial inputs seem to suggest that the crash took place near Lincholi in Uttarakhand. That's the site of the crash. It took off, and minutes later we are told that the chopper crashed. This was a chopper that was supposed to be on its way to Kedarnath. Police and SDRF teams have rushed to the crash site. Gursimran on the phone line has more details. Yes, Gursimran.
Nupur, the details we are getting from the police sources that a helicopter crash has taken place near the Kedarnath. The specific area we are being told is the Jungle Chatti area where this helicopter crash has taken place, and reportedly 6 people were traveling in this helicopter that took off from the Kedarnath area, and it was in the area very near to the Lincholi where this unfortunate incident has unfolded. Soon after getting the information, the police along with the SDRF have reached the spot, and now the relief and the rescue operations are underway. We are being told that it was somewhat 2.5 kilometers from the Kedarnath, the holy place, where this unfortunate incident has unfolded in the Jungle Chatti area, and now the reinforcement has been sent by the local police along with the teams of SDRF, and the heli services are also being swung into the relief and rescue operations so as to find out the traces of the helicopter that has crashed, and also to help in the evacuation of those who were traveling in this unfortunate incident that has unfolded. We are yet to hear from the authorities, but we are being told that this was a private chopper.
Right, absolutely, and that's what the confirmation that we wanted from you. We are given to understand that this was a chopper or a helicopter that belonged to a private company. Can you confirm that for us? And also what you're hearing in terms of the number of people who were traveling in it?
See, I spoke to one official who is deployed in the same area where this unfortunate incident has taken place, and the details that we have got that this is probably 2.5 kilometer by the aerial distance from the Kedarnath Dham where this unfortunate incident has taken place. 6 people, we are being told, were on board, including the pilot of this helicopter, and it was due to some technical snag that is, as of now, we are getting to know, as per the initial information that has come so far, that this private chopper has crashed, and now the probe is also on. But first and the foremost priority remains is to locate the exact pinpoint location of this chopper and also to rescue those 6 persons who were traveling in this chopper. The fate of these 6 people is still unknown.
All right, so pictures on your screen right now are of the general area where this chopper clash is believed to have taken place. What we understand is that this was a private helicopter that was on its way to Kedarnath. We are still trying to ascertain whether there have been any casualties. It's initial information, but we are told that police and SDRF teams have already rushed to the crash site. Gursimran is bringing us more details on this. Now, Gursimran, there are, of course, news points that are emerging which seem to suggest that this chopper just crashed right after takeoff. Gursimran, are you there with us? All right, I don't think we've got Gursimran on the phone line. We're going to try and fix that and go back to him in just a bit. But here's what we know so far. This is a private firm's helicopter that has crashed in Kedarnath. We are given to understand that there were about 5 to 6 people on board. Police and SDRF teams have rushed to the crash site already. The picture on your screen is the general area with this crash is believed to have taken place. It's known as Lincholi. It's in Uttarakhand, and
का हेलीपैड है वो कहां पर था, तो इसकी जानकारी कुछ ही देर में निकल जाएगी। लेकिन दुखद हादसा है। दूसरी तरफ जो हमारे सूत्र हैं वो ये बताते हैं कि उत्तराखंड के अंदर जो पीएम मोदी का केदारनाथ का दौरा है और उसको लेकर के केदारनाथ में लगातार तैयारियां भी चल रही है। बद्रीनाथ भी वो आ सकते हैं 21 तारीख को, तो लेकर के जो प्रशासनिक टीम है, जो उत्तराखंड की पुलिस प्रशासन है या एसपीजी है, वो तमाम हिस्सों को केदारनाथ का रूट करी हुई है। इस बीच में हेलीकॉप्टर का जिस तरह से क्रैश हुआ है ये काफी दुखदायी है। जो इस वक्त पूरा प्रशासन जो तंत्र है वो पूरी हरकत में आया हुआ है, क्योंकि पीएम का दौरा संभावित दौरा बताया जा रहा है 21 तारीख को केदारनाथ का, उसको लेकर के और चिंता यहाँ पर बढ़ी हुई है और तमाम जो इंतजाम जो होते हैं जो प्रशासनिक
रतन वापस लौट रहे हैं आपके पास, तस्वीरें इस वक्त हम दिखा।
Right, pictures on your screen are of this chopper which has crashed a short while ago. Initial inputs seem to suggest that this crash took place minutes after the chopper had actually taken off. This took place in an area known as Lincholi. This was a helicopter that belonged to a private firm. Now, do remember that there are lots of sorties that these helicopters essentially do and take pilgrims and passengers to Kedarnath, which is situated at a specific height. So this chopper, we are given to understand, was that was operating of a private firm. About 6 people are believed to have been in that helicopter, that ill-fated helicopter that crashed right after takeoff. What we are told also is that this is the Lincholi area of Uttarakhand where the crash took place. Pictures on your screen are of the helicopter that crashed a while ago. These pictures have been accessed by Republic TV. You can see over there the debris that's scattered in the area and some components of the chopper still burning. These are still images that we've been able to access. In terms of information that's coming by, we are learning that the police and the SDRF are already trying to reach this spot. To remember that it can be difficult to travel to these locations because of the height that they are located at and also the fact that they may not be immediately accessible. But first pictures of the crash site, I beg your pardon, have been accessed by Republic TV. Pictures on your screen are of the debris that seems to have been scattered to quite a distance. Also showing you parts of the burning chopper. About 6 people were on board this chopper. Gursimran, I think, back with us on the phone line. Gursimran, any new details that you can share with us of this accident?
See, what we are getting to know that this was from the Aryan, which is a private player that was operating in the Kedarnath area. This chopper belonged to the Aryan helicopter company. This is what the police sources are telling us, and this incident has unfolded. The specific area is the Lincholi area, that is very near to the Jungle Chatti area where this unfortunate incident has taken place. This area is somewhat 2.5 kilometers from the Kedarnath Dham, and it's seems that the helicopter was going on a return flight from Kedarnath to its destination when this unfortunate incident has unfolded. 2.5 minutes time must have been the same it has taken to cover this distance when this unfortunate incident has taken place. 6 people were inside. The way this helicopter has crashed, the fate of those 6 people is yet to be known, but all prayers for them that they are fine. Now the SDRF and the local police, they have been swung into the rescue and relief operations to track the area and also to carry out the relief and rescue operations. Nupur.
Absolutely. So what we are learning right now is that also SDRF and the police have now tried to reach the location. But as Gursimran is pointing out, this chopper was actually on a return flight from Kedarnath when it crashed barely minutes after takeoff, and this is about 2 kilometers away from Kedarnath. Give us more details, Gursimran, in terms of rescue and relief operations that have been mounted and the first responders, whether they've been able to reach there as of now.
In Kedarnath is extremely unfortunate. We are in touch with the state government to ascertain the magnitude of the loss and are constantly monitoring the situation. The Minister of Civil Aviation, Jyotiraditya Scindia, has tweeted on this unfortunate incident that has unfolded very near to the Kedarnath Dham, and the district police along with the SDRF teams, they have started towards rushing towards the spot. We are expecting that in 25 to 30 minutes will be the time.
Interrupt you there, Gursimran, stay with us. Mr. Karan Singh Nangnal is on the phone line with us. He's the DIG of the Garhwal range. So thank you very much for speaking to us on Republic TV. Can you please take us through the rescue efforts that have been mounted and also the condition of all those who were in the chopper?
Yeah, that's half an hour before this incident happened. और हमारे SDRF और जो पुलिस है वो लोकल वहाँ पहुँच चुकी है. रेस्क्यू का काम चल रहा है और बहुत ज्यादा डिटेल अभी रिपोर्ट हमारे पास नहीं पहुंची है.
जी, जैसे आप जी, क्या आप हमें बता सकते हैं क्या SDRF और पुलिस की टीम्स वहां पहुंच गई हैं कि नहीं?
हाँ, पहुंच गई है वहां, और जो है ये केदारनाथ से फाटा की ओर आ रही थी डाउनवर्ड, तो उस दौरान ये घटना घटित है. किन कारण से हुई है ये चीजें जो है डिटेल से बाद में ज्ञात हो पाएगा.
जी, और क्या आप हमें ये भी बता सकते हैं कि ये हेलीकॉप्टर टेक ऑफ कर रहा था और या टेक ऑफ किया ही था जो 2-3 मिनट बाद ये क्रैश हो गया?
हाँ, वो जस्ट 5 मिनट का रन है केदारनाथ टू फाटा, तो उस दौरान में ये मिडवे में हुआ है 2.5 मिनट बाद फ्लाइट, ड्यूरिंग फ्लाइट.
All right, and anything about the casualties that you can share with us at this moment?
हाँ, कुछ लोग की हुई है, एग्जैक्ट संख्या पता नहीं है, अभी सर्च कर रहे हैं वहाँ पर, उसी के बाद क्लियर हो पाएगा कि कितने लोग की डेथ हुई है अभी.
तो आप ये सर्च ऑपरेशन जो है वो क्या काफी बड़े एरिया पे माउंट किए गए हैं कि एक छोटा सा एरिया है जहाँ पे ये सर्च ऑपरेशंस कंटिन्यू?
जहाँ पर हेलीकॉप्टर वगैरह ये क्रैश हुआ है उसके आसपास एरिया में सर्च एंड रेस्क्यू चल रहा है.
All right, the DIG of the Garhwal range over there speaking to us. Thank you very much for joining us. So there's the police, of course, have mounted these search operations, and what we are given to understand is that the area around this crash site is being looked upon very closely. We can also confirm for our viewers that the police and the SDRF has managed to reach the site. Do remember these are difficult terrains, and it does take a while for our rescue workers as well as the first responders to reach. Now, here's what we know so far. This was a private chopper that had taken off from Kedarnath. It crashed right 2 minutes after it took off. Gursimran has more details. So Gursimran, we were hearing the DIG over there. He confirmed for us that the rescue workers have been able to reach the site. Any new information that you can share with us now?
See, we are being told that 2 pilots and 4 civilians were reported to be inside this chopper that took off from the Kedarnath, and he was heading to the next destination point. See, we have also accessed some of the visuals from the crash site, which we will be showing in a short while from now, in which this chopper can be seen with the flames of fire as and when it hit the ground, it caught fire. The fate of 6 persons, 2 pilots and 4 civilians who are reported to be inside is yet to be known. This has been taken place in the Garud Chatti area, that is around 2.5 kilometers in an aerial distance from the Dham. This is what we are getting to know. The teams of SDRF and NDRF have reached the spot. This is the confirmation the DIG of the range has given us, and now the relief and rescue operation is on, so as to ensure that if any of those 6 people they are in injured condition, they can be taken to the nearby medical facility.
All right, and we've also had a statement that's come in from Jyotiraditya Scindia, where he said that we are constantly in touch with the state government and trying to ascertain the magnitude of the loss and are constantly monitoring the situation. So pictures on your screen are of parts of the chopper that are burning still. We were talking to senior officials of the police range over there, and they confirmed to us that they've managed to make sure that the first responders are now at the spot. The hunt is still on for those who were on board that helicopter. There were about 2 pilots and 4 civilians. Also, Gursimran, if you can give us more details in terms of where this crash exactly took place, because we are learning that it just took off and barely in about 2.5 minutes the chopper unfortunately went down.
See, what we are getting to know that this was in the Garud Chatti area where this incident has taken place. We are trying to gather some more information, but bad weather is said to be the reason of this crash that has taken place. Initially, it was being told that it was due to technical snag, but now we are getting the information and also some of the visuals from the crash site that possible reason seems to be the bad weather, because it was dense fog when this helicopter took off, and it was due to the foggy conditions that led to this unfortunate incident in the chopper, in which 2 pilots and 4 civilians were reportedly traveling in, and has crashed in the Garud Chatti area that is at 2.5 kilometers distance from the Kedarnath Dham.
All right, just to give our viewers a general sense of this area, this is about 2 kilometers away from Kedarnath. This was a return flight of a private chopper carrier that unfortunately went down, and we are still trying to get you more details. But as Gursimran was pointing out, initial reports seem to suggest that it was inclement weather that could have caused this crash. There were 2 pilots on board this helicopter, and there were about 4 passengers on board this. First responders have reached the spot. They're still trying to ascertain the number of casualties. The debris, of course, seems to have spread far and wide, and Gursimran is tracking all of that as well for us. Gursimran, any new information that you are getting in terms of whether rescue efforts have been successful in terms of being able to ascertain the number of people who could perhaps be caught in this crash?
See, 6 is the number. 2 civilians and 4 civilians, sorry, beg your pardon. It's 4 civilians and 2 pilots that were on board when this unfortunate incident has taken place. We are trying to ascertain more and more information, but what it seems as of now that bad weather possibly could be one of the reasons, because we have got access to one of the video in which it can be clearly seen that how bad weather is there and which probably had led to this kind of unfortunate incident. We are trying to get more and more information from the local authorities, but the fate of 6 people, 2 pilots and 4 civilians is yet unknown. The authorities are trying to ascertain that how these people can be rescued at an earliest, but what it seems as of now that there seems to be no hope of any good news coming out of it, because it has taken an unfortunate incident has taken place. This chopper, after hitting the ground has caught fire. The visuals are also with Republic, and this speaks that how unfortunate and how hard the hit was actually, that it crashed into the ground and caught fire. The fate of 6 people is still unknown. The local authorities got to know only and only after the communication of the helicopter got lost and the searches were launched in the area, and the locals there, they have also informed the local authorities, after which the STRF too was called in, and now we are told that the police and the STRF, they have reached the spot.
All right, so here's what we know so far. This was a chopper that was run by a private airline known as Ariana, which was used to ferry passengers from Kedarnath Dham onwards. And this was a chopper that had just taken off about 2 minutes into that flight, unfortunately crashed and went down. Debris scattered over a large area. We're still trying to ascertain the number of casualties, though there were believed to be about 6 people on board, 2 pilots, 4 other pilgrims. The chopper was on its way from Kedarnath. It was carrying pilgrims from Fata when it crashed. Until now, of course, we don't have any information regards to casualties. The administration team has reached the site, and in fact we had the DIG of the range over there speaking to us on Republic TV. He confirmed about the crash and also confirmed that they have managed to make sure that rescue workers are on the site. So pictures on your screen are coming to you exclusively on Republic TV. These are of the chopper that crashed a while ago. Fire still burning, and we are told that the debris seems to have been scattered over a large area. And despite the fact that this is very difficult terrain to operate in, we've had the SDRF as well as the local police been able to reach this. An unfortunate report now coming in that about 6 bodies have been retrieved from the crash site. And I'm going to go across to Gursimran. Okay, I'm going to go across to Samiksha. Samiksha, unfortunate piece of news coming over there. 6 people have unfortunately lost their lives in this.
Well, that's right, Nupur. If you look closely at these visuals also, clearly we can see that there is absolutely no visibility. So what according to initial reports, what we can say is that this looks like an accident owing to bad weather conditions. You can see closely here, this is the extent of magnitude which can also be seen. We'll show those chopper visuals also, which has been completely destroyed as a result of this crash which has happened. Initial reports, of course, saying that 6 people have died. We still do not have that official confirmation, waiting for that. But yes, as you can see, there is zero visibility in this particular area, which is the Lincholi helipad near the Kedarnath Dham. So yes, it looks like bad weather conditions, as a result of which this accident seems to have happened, and a lot of locals there who have gathered trying to assess the damage. 6 people reportedly dead as of now, waiting on that confirmation. But yes, looks like extensive damage there. Chopper has been, of course, completely damaged as a result of this crash. But zero visibility there, absolutely, as a result of bad weather conditions, which has been there in the Kedarnath area for quite some time.
Pictures that we have access seem to suggest that this was inclement weather and foggy conditions that led to this crash. Gursimran is also with us. Gursimran, a confirmation now coming in of the unfortunate demise of all the 6 people who were on board that helicopter.
Sirupur, we were hoping that this isn't true, but unfortunately 6 people have lost their life, 4 said to be civilian, and 2 were the pilots in this helicopter that was of the RN company that was has taken off from the Kedarnath and was going to its destination position, which is not at very far of distance, but due to the inclement weather condition, the bad weather condition that prevailed, this met an unfortunate incident, and now as being told that 6 bodies have been recovered. An unfortunate incident, but what it seems as of now, primarily, first we were getting the information about the technical snag, but now we are getting to know that bad weather is one of the reasons that has led to this unfortunate incident that has taken away 6 lives, and a thorough investigation will be launched at a later stage. But now the police and SDRF have reached the spot. The bodies have now been recovered. Ministry of Civil Aviation. They are in touch with the state government for every possible help that needs to be extended from the union government. Minister of Civil Aviation, Jyotiraditya Scindia, has also tweeted the same. And this place is at a distance of 2.5 kilometers. This is what we are getting to know from the Kedarnath Dham, where this unfortunate incident has taken place. We are trying to gather some more information. We are being told that this was going from Kedarnath Dham to Guptkashi area, and it is of the Aryan Aviation helicopter Bell 407 RT is the model number of this helicopter that has taken off from the Kedarnath, was going towards the Guptkashi, and at the Garud Chatti area the unfortunate incident unfolded when, due to the bad weather condition, the inclement weather condition, this chopper met an unfortunate incident, crashed into a mountain, caught fire, in which 6 persons, including the 4 civilians and 2 pilots, have lost their life.
All right, so this is some new information that we are now getting. We are learning that it took off from Guptkashi and went down at Fata. It was barely 2 minutes in the air when unfortunately it went down. We are still waiting for a confirmation, and obviously that will take a while in terms of the causes of this crash, because usually there's a board of inquiry that actually looks into what happened. But we do know for now that there was bad weather. These were foggy conditions under which this helicopter was flying, and what we know, unfortunately also, that all those on board the chopper have not been able to survive this crash. 6 people have died, 2 of them pilots, and rescue work is currently on. Pictures on your screen are of the burning parts of this chopper, which have spread far and wide. I'm going to go back to Gursimran. Gursimran, now new information seems to suggest that it just taken off from Guptkashi when it went down at Fata. That's barely about 2 minutes into the air when this unfortunate tragedy took place.
See, it took off from the Kedarnath for Guptkashi. This is what the information we are getting, and this was Aryan Aviation Bell 407 helicopter VTRP, and this is the exact details of the helicopter. As per the police sources, that the one that has crashed, and it was having 5 to 6 passengers is the number. Later it came out to be the 6 is the number, 4 civilians and 2 pilots that were on board in this unfortunate incident. Those who have lost their life as per the information that we are getting. But this incident has taken place at around 2.5 minutes in air, 2.5 kilometers distance. It has travelled, we are being told, the distance of the Garud Chatti from the Kedarnath Dham, where this unfortunate incident take place. Means a couple of minutes, hardly couple of minutes after taking off from the Kedarnath, this has met this unfaithful incident in the Garud Chatti area due to the inclement weather conditions. So it has to be seen where the fault actually was, because at a time when it took off from the Kedarnath, was the weather all fine, or it has decided to take off during the bad weather conditions? That has to be seen, because the videos we have got from the Garud Chatti area where the inclement weather conditions can be seen clearly. See, if we see from the hilltop, these kind of dark clouds can be seen clearly. Right. But when it comes to at an eye level distance from ground, it seems to be very clear. So it has to be seen what were the actually conditions when this flight took off, this helicopter took off.
Right, absolutely. As you're pointing out, new information that's coming in seems to suggest that unfortunately 7 people are feared dead in this crash. There were 7 people on board. I think 2 of them were pilots and the rest were pilgrims. I think Rukma is also joining us right now from the Delhi studios. Rukma, what we are learning right now is that there was poor weather conditions under which this chopper was operating.
Right, Nupur, and as I was listening to you, well, more and more details emerging even as we speak. These are visuals of the tragedy that took place on the route to Kedarnath. You can see the visuals of the chopper that crashed there with 6 people on board. That's what our correspondent Gursimran was telling us. Also, those visuals there of the terribly, terribly bad weather conditions that are said to have caused the crash. Gursimran, if you can hear me, you were describing the weather there. Heavy fog, as we can see in those visuals. Locals, however, at the spot, and rescue operations underway.
Yes, the rescue operations are underway, but the unfortunate news that is coming is that 6 people have lost their life in this unfortunate incident. The way this chopper has actually crashed, there was a very little possibility of someone being alive, but the teams of the local police along with SDRF, they have reached the spot, and what they are telling that 6 people have lost their life in this unfortunate incident. See, this is a 6-seater helicopter from the Aryan company. We are getting some more details about this, but this has taken off from the Kedarnath, was going towards the Guptkashi area. It is almost a couple of minutes flight, and soon after taking off, it has crashed in the Garud Chatti area, which is at a distance of 2.5 kilometers. Yes, this is what we are getting to know, and this is of the Aryan Aviation Bell 407 helicopter. VTRPN is the details, exact specifications of this helicopter that can take up to 6 people from one destination to other. Now the relief and rescue operations have almost reached their end stage, as 6 bodies have been retrieved by the local police and the SDRF.
Oh yes, absolutely. As Gursimran is pointing out, unfortunate loss of lives over there. About 7 people are dead in this crash. Now, we are, of course, also looking at pictures that are coming in from the spot of this crash. SDRF as well as police teams have rushed to the crash site, and we have a confirmation that they've been able to reach the site. Do remember that this is very high altitude. This is difficult terrain to reach, and in that sense, our first responders have reached there very quickly. 5 pilgrims, 2 pilots are dead in this crash. Inclement weather, foggy conditions are believed to be one of the reasons. Gursimran has been tracking all the details that are coming in. Now, Gursimran, this was a private helicopter that was operating in this area, and there are a large number of private helicopters who actually operate over here to take pilgrims to Kedarnath and ferry them back.
Oh yes, we have that in winters, even in summers, when the Kedarnath Dham is open, we have seen often these helicopters fly from one place to another, from the Guptkashi to Kedarnath and vice versa, to pick and drop the pilgrims who have come to pay obeisance at the Kedarnath Dham. So this is a regular affair, but what has unfolded today has to be seen. An inquiry will be initiated for sure to know the cause of this accident, of this unfortunate plane, this helicopter crash that has taken place. What it primarily seems that it is due to the bad weather conditions, because see, two angle videos have emerged. First is from the hilltop, where it can be seen that there is a dense fog with almost zero visibility. That could be one of the reasons, but if you go by the other angle, that seems that the weather is all fine when it comes to low-lying areas. So possibly when it has taken off from the Kedarnath, the weather was all fine, but in a minute's time, we know that in the upper reaches the weather changes in a minute's time, even less than that. So possibly that could have been the reason that it has got into the dense fog, which led to this unfortunate incident in which 6 people are said to be have lost their life. But this was in the Garud Chatti area where this unfortunate incident has unfolded. 2.5 kilometers from the Kedarnath Dham, was heading towards the Guptkashi, but met an unfortunate incident, and soon after hitting the ground, the helicopter caught fire. Almost zero possibility of any survival, as and when it hit the ground, it caught fire.
All right, just a confirmation on the number of casualties right now, Gursimran. We are getting some reports that seem to suggest that 7 people have been killed. 2 of them were crew members, and the others were on that ill-fated helicopter. Can you confirm the number of casualties for us, please?
See, as of now, the details what I have got is the number was the authorities were told that 6 people were traveling in this helicopter. See, there is a high possibility of last moment changes or the information being shared by the authorities, but 6 was the number that we were getting to know. But now the number 7 is emerging, that we have to see for the official confirmation that how things actually pan out. But initially, what we are getting to know that there is no survival from this unfortunate incident. This is the news that is coming from the Garud Chatti, where this unfortunate helicopter crash has taken place.
So, well, Gursimran, take us through the events, how they happened. Once again, what we can see are the flames that the chopper burst into, as it perhaps nosedived just 2 minutes after takeoff.
Yes, 2.5 kilometers is the time when this unfortunate incident has unfolded. We are trying to gather some more information regarding this, but what it seems as of now that it was somewhat around half an hour's time ago, somewhat around 12:10, that this unfortunate incident has unfolded. Exact time yes, it was something around 11:30 was the time when we are being told that this unfortunate incident has unfolded in the Garud Chatti area, which is 2.5 kilometers from the Kedarnath. The helicopter from the Aryan company has taken off at around 11:30 from the Kedarnath, was heading towards the Gupkashi area, but after 2 minutes flight it got into dense cover of fog, and due to bad weather condition it hit the ground, after which the helicopter caught fire, and all those who were traveling in, we are being told there are no survivors in this unfortunate incident. And now the district police along with the SDRF, they are carrying out relief and rescue operations. 6 bodies, we are being told, have been retrieved from the incident sites, and still the operation is on. The senior officials of the district police as well as the SDRF, they too are reaching the spot in a short while from now.
Bodies, we understand, have been recovered from this site, but some reports seem to suggest that there have been 7 fatalities in this incident. Pictures on your screen are of the burning debris of this helicopter, which seem to have scattered far and wide. What we are also getting to understand is that perhaps there was foggy weather, but we will have to wait for that board of inquiry to be constituted, as is the case in helicopter as well as aviation clashes. Just to tell our viewers that the aviation minister, of course, tweeted a while ago, and he said that we are closely monitoring the situation. Also, that the aviation ministry is making sure that all help reaches this site. So the police and the SDRF teams are already at the location. About 6 bodies retrieved so far. There is some inputs that we are still awaiting that seem to suggest that there was another pilgrim on board. But do remember that this is a breaking news story. We are trying to get you as many details as we can. Right now, what we have from our reporter on the ground, Gursimran, is that this took off from Kedarnath and was on its way to Gupkashi. Can you confirm that for us, Gursimran, if you're still there with us?
Yes, that the news we are getting to know that it took off from the Kedarnath and was heading towards the Gupkashi when this unfortunate incident took place. This was at a distance of 2.5 kilometers from the Kedarnath. Garud Chatti is the specific area where this unfortunate and fateful incident has taken place, and it was merely after 2 minutes, 1.5 minutes of their flight of this helicopter that the crash has taken place. Now the investigation is on to find out the root cause of this unfortunate incident that has unfolded. But what it primarily seems from the videos that we are getting from the very specific area of Garud Chatti, that the weather was not in accordance for a helicopter to take off, but was there a variation at the place from where it took off to the place where Garud Chatti, where the incident has unfolded? That has to be seen. That is part of the investigation that will be carried out, but we are being told that there are no survivors from this unfateful incident that has taken place. Now the government, the local government as well as the Union Government Ministry of Civil Aviation, they both are in touch with each other, and every possible help is being extended.
All right, Gursimran, stay with us. I think we've got Samiksha also joining us from the Mumbai newsroom. Samiksha, any new details that you can share with us right now?
Well, thank you for that, Nupur. So very unfortunate, of course, things coming in from Kedarnath. The chopper crash that's been reported, which has claimed life of 7, including 2 pilots. We have Group Captain Augustine Vinod also joining us, sir. Very unfortunate news indeed. In your view, do you think this tragic incident could have been averted had proper precautions been taken earlier?
It's a great question. In fact, I remember talking about it with Arnab when we lost CDS. There are 2 aspects to the whole thing. One is the hills, and second is helicopter. And throw in the third variable or a third concoction called the weather. Then the whole thing becomes explosive, and literally explosive, as we can see it in front of our eyes. How do we mitigate this is the question. So there are two processes to mitigate this. First and foremost is like we do it in the Air Force, we give a certain kind of training before we release a pilot to fly in that area. It's called the familiarity training or, FAM training. So any new pilot in the civilian world coming to fly into the hills needs to fly this route many times to understand the nuances of it. Be that as it may, even if he is experienced, say in this case the pilot was experienced, there's something called inadvertent instrument meteorological condition. That is when, 2 kilometers from Kedarnath, I assume he was absolutely on finals to land. And when you're on finals to land, you're focusing to land. Suddenly when the cloud comes from left or right, like it happened during CDS, and I have threadbare explained it on your channel, it's there in your archives. Suddenly the helicopter gets engulfed like like someone throws a white blanket on you when you're on a bright sunny day. So something like that happens on the helicopter, and the helicopter suddenly now goes into an instrument condition. It can startle any professional pilot. It can startle me. I am focusing to land, and suddenly some white cloud comes, and I've lost contact with the ground. Now, what do? That is the second mitigation factor, which I've also written about it in your channel again, is TAWS, the Terrain Awareness Warning System. So I said, it's my argument that helicopters flying in the hills or helicopters clear to carry VVIPs or VIPs should have terrain awareness warning system, and it is not an expensive system. It is not something, it's easy to retrofit in any helicopter today. So if you put the TAWS into your helicopter, what happens is the pilot is aware of the terrain at all times. In fixed wing aircraft, it was made mandatory post a 1979 crash. They said you need to have terrain awareness warning. So terrain awareness warning is something which is should be made mandatory to avoid such explosive combination. So today we lost 6 lives. When are we going to learn? It's my...
Yes, stay with us. Gursimran also reporting live, getting us all those updates by the minute. Gursimran, what we are given to understand as of now is that 7 lives have been lost. Any possibility that the casualty number could go up?
See, this was a small chopper with 4 to 6 people along with the 2 pilots can sit there. It was a private operator's chopper that has taken off from we are getting to know, and met the unfortunate incident in the Garud Chatti area, that is 2.5 kilometers distance from the Kedarnath Dham. So this is what is the information as of now. Doesn't seem that the death toll will go up as of now, because there is no possibility of as many as people, more than 7 were traveling in this chopper. What it seems as per the specifications of the chopper that we have got so far. So this is the number that we are getting to know. Initially it was 2 pilots and 4 civilians, that 6 people have lost their life and they were traveling in. Now the number emerging is 7, but not more than that is what we can say as of now.
Gursimran, stay with us. Going back to Augustine Vinod, who continues to be with us. So we were talking about the precautionary measures. What, in your view, could have been, the security checks that should have been in place when that chopper took off?
See, the normal question that gets asked by everybody, including common people on the road, could it be a technical glitch? Many news channels ask me this question. See, mathematical possibility of you having a technical glitch just at the time when you entered a cloud is, sheer impossibility. If you run the numbers, it is sheer impossibility. You have a hill, you have an helicopter which is inside a valley. When the cloud engulfs you, is that the time you could have a technical glitch? That very moment, not possible. So technical glitch as a mathematical possibility is out of the equation. Now comes, how did the pilot, this is called the CFIT, the controlled flight into the terrain, how did the pilot ended up on the ground and lost his life, and in the process others also lost their lives. This happens when you have absolutely no idea what is in front of you. moments ago you had something in front of you, and suddenly you have nothing in front of you, and you have nothing to tell you that there is nothing in front of you. So there is a technological solution today available in the market which can be dovetailed into any, retrofitted into any helicopter to make it toss capable. See, you have to increase the situational awareness of the pilot in situations like this. And I am repeating, inadvertent instrument meteorological condition, which has absolutely nothing to do with the company, absolutely nothing to do with the professionalism of the pilot. It is a situation that can happen to anyone, and all of a sudden. It is like, someone throwing a stone at you when you're walking on the road. What can you do about it? You're understanding what I'm trying to say.
Yes, absolutely. Group Captain Augustine Vinod, stay with us. Gursimran continues to be with us. Gursimran, talk to us about the situation at present. Have the operations for now been completely suspended given the inclement weather conditions in the area?
See, as a precautionary measure, all the flight operations have been put on halt for now. This has been done keeping in view the inclement weather conditions that are now prevailing in that very area. See, but what it seems primarily that there was a difference of the weather conditions that prevailed at the Kedarnath when this chopper of the Aryan company took off, and the weather conditions that prevailed in the Garud Chatti area where this unfortunate incident has taken place. So there was a variation of the weather conditions as per the locals, that they are telling us that there was a variation that has led to this unfortunate incident. But now the relief and rescue operations have reached almost there, and now the investigation part will stop that. What was the reason that led to this unfortunate incident? Samiksha.
All right, so Gursimran, getting us all those updates. Officials also confirming that 7 people have lost their lives in this tragic incident that has been reported from Kedarnath. The helicopter that was carrying pilgrims crashed while it was en route from Guptkashi to Kedarnath. So that's the latest coming in as of now. What we're given to understand is that operations for the time being have been suspended given the bad weather conditions in the area. The SDRF team is also at the location. So several such visuals coming in of the debris that's left of that chopper that took off with pilgrims on board, and also among those deceased include 2 pilots. Well, on to more breaking news coming in. This one in relation to the ICC chief controversy. The first visuals coming in right now of Saurav Ganguly and Roger Binney. Those are the first visuals coming in. We'll go across to a Bangla newsroom as well We'll go across to a Bangla reporter as well for more news on that. But those are the first pictures of Ganguly, Saurav Ganguly with Roger Binney after that AGM which happened. More details on this are awaited, but this is what is known so far. The first visuals coming in right now of Saurav Ganguly with Roger Binney after that AGM which happened just a short while back. So there you have Saurav Ganguly as well as Roger Binney with him. The first visuals coming in right now after that AGM, after the BCCI meet which happened just a short while back. We'll go across to a Bangla newsroom as well to get us more details as to what really happened in this BCCI meet which happened just a short while back. But those are the first shots coming in of Saurav Ganguly with Roger Binney. The first visuals. Also a confirmation big development coming in that Roger Binney is the new BCCI chief. So that's the breaking news at this point. Roger Binney has been elected as the new BCCI chief. That's a big story coming in right now. Remember a BCCI meet which happened just a short while back. A big development in this big story that we are tracking. First visuals of Saurav Ganguly with Roger Binney after the latter has been elected as the new BCCI chief. We'll go across to a Bangla newsroom as well to get us more details as to what really transpired at this BCCI meet. But the big takeaway from this BCCI meet is that Roger Binney has been elected as the new BCCI chief. And these are the first visuals on Republic of the BCCI meet which happened. And there you can see Saurav Ganguly along with Roger Binney. This, of course, after Roger Binney, who's been elected as the new BCCI chief. We'll slip into a very short break for now, but on the other side, we'll get you all the latest and more reactions coming in on this big story. Roger Binney having been elected as the BCCI chief.
Amity has been ranked amongst the top 3% universities globally, a testimony to Amity's globally benchmarked quality.
Sanjay Singh now, you see, is in the middle and protected by the Aam Aadmi Party Karyakartas. Hand on hand, security around Manish, around Sanjay Singh, made by Aam Aadmi Party Karyakartas and leaders. They are not allowing police officials to take Sanjay Singh. Police finally detained Sanjay Singh.
Manish Sisodia राजघाट पहुंच चुके हैं.
We are right outside Rajghat. Massive cavalcade of all the Aam Aadmi Party supporters is here at Rajghat.
The vehicle of Manish Sisodia as he followed the cavalcade to CBI for interrogation.
सर, यू वांट टू से समथिंग? सर बताइए, कुछ बताइए सर. आपको समन किया जा रहा है. मनीष जी, बताइए सर. एक सवाल सर. मनीष जी, एक सवाल बहुत महत्वपूर्ण है.
Sanjay Singh now, you see, is in the middle and protected by the Aam Aadmi Party Karyakartas. Hand on hand, security around Manish, around Sanjay Singh, made by Aam Aadmi Party Karyakartas and leaders. They are not allowing police officials to take Sanjay Singh. Police finally detained Sanjay Singh.
मनीष सिसोदिया राजघाट पहुंच चुके हैं.
We are right outside Rajghat. Massive cavalcade of all the Aam Aadmi Party supporters is here at Rajghat.
The vehicle of Manish Sisodia as he followed the cavalcade to CBI for interrogation.
सर, यू वांट टू से समथिंग? सर बताइए, कुछ बताइए सर. आपको समन किया जा रहा है. मनीष जी, बताइए सर. एक सवाल सर. मनीष जी, एक सवाल बहुत महत्वपूर्ण है.
Sanjay Singh now, you see, is in the middle and protected by the Aam Aadmi Party Karyakartas. Hand on hand, security around Manish, around Sanjay Singh, made by Aam Aadmi Party Karyakartas and leaders. They are not allowing police officials to take Sanjay Singh. Police finally detained Sanjay Singh.
मनीष सिसोदिया राजघाट पहुंच चुके हैं.
We are right outside Rajghat. Massive cavalcade of all the Aam Aadmi Party supporters is here at Rajghat.
The vehicle of Manish Sisodia as he followed the cavalcade to CBI for interrogation.
सर, यू वांट टू से समथिंग? सर बताइए, कुछ बताइए सर. आपको समन किया जा रहा है. मनीष जी, बताइए सर. एक सवाल सर. मनीष जी, एक सवाल बहुत महत्वपूर्ण है.
Sanjay Singh now, see is in the middle and protected by the Aam Aadmi Party Karyakartas. Hand on hand, security around Manish, around Sanjay Singh, made by Aam Aadmi Party Karyakartas and leaders. They are not allowing police officials to take Sanjay Singh. Police finally detained Sanjay Singh.
मनीष सिसोदिया राजघाट पहुंच चुके हैं. We are right outside Rajghat. Massive cavalcade of all the Aam Aadmi Party supporters is here at Rajghat.
The vehicle of Manish Sisodia as we follow the cavalcade to CBI for interrogation.
सर, you want to say something? सर बताइए, कुछ बताइए सर. आपको समन किया जा रहा है. मनीष जी, बताइए सर. एक सवाल मनीष जी, एक सवाल बहुत महत्वपूर्ण.
A very good afternoon. I'm Shivangi Shukla. You're watching India's #1 news channel, Republic TV, and we have a lot lined up for you. A lot of breaking news coming in from the country. But first, let's have a look at the top headlines we are tracking right now. Chopper crash in Kedarnath. Reports suggest 7 dead. Search and rescue operations underway.
इसका भी करोड़ों लोगों को लाभ मिला है, करोड़ों किसानों को लाभ मिला है. दुनिया भर में खाद के दाम आसमान छू रहे हैं, उसके बावजूद भारत के किसानों पर कोई बोझ नहीं पड़ने दिया. और इसी वित्तीय वर्ष में भी देखेंगे यूरिया में लगभग 2,30,000 करोड़ से ज़्यादा का सब्सिडी के रूप में दिया गया है. और जैसा पिछले कल भी माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी ने कहा कि 70-80 रुपये में तो हम इम्पोर्ट करते हैं, लेकिन 5-6 रुपये तक ही किसानों को खाद पहुंचाने का काम भी करते हैं. इसी तरह से पीएम किसान सम्मान निधि भी करोड़ों किसानों को लगभग 2.16 लाख करोड़ अब तक दी जा चुकी है. जहां तक एमएसपी की बात है, रबी का सीजन है और ये 6 फसलों का न्यूनतम समर्थन मूल्य एमएसपी जो तय किया गया है वो उसी तर्ज पर है कि लागत प्लस 50%, यानी कि 1.5 गुना ज़्यादा. लेकिन मुझे बताते हुए ये भी प्रसन्नता है कि जो 2018 के यूनियन बजट में जो इस सिद्धांत की घोषणा की गई थी, अगर आप आज देखेंगे गेहूं का एमएसपी 100% यानी कि कॉस्ट ऑफ प्रोडक्शन से 100% ज़्यादा दुगना है. इसी तरह से सरसों का 104% यानी कि दुगने से ज़्यादा है. चने का 66%, मसूर का 85%, बारले का 60%, कुसुम का 50%, यानी कि सारे ही 1.5 गुना से ज़्यादा हैं. आज जो वृद्धि की गई है वो मैं आप सबके सामने रखना चाहता हूँ. ये जो हमारा रबी फसल के लिए न्यूनतम समर्थन मूल्य गेहूं में वृद्धि 110 रुपया की गई है, जौ में 100 रुपया वृद्धि की गई है, चना में 105 रुपया एमएसपी की वृद्धि की गई है. आपको ऐसे बता देता हूँ, गेहूं में 110 रुपया वृद्धि की गई है, 215 रुपये से बढ़ाकर इसको 2125 रुपये किया गया है. जौ को 100 रुपया बढ़ोतरी की गई जो 1635 से बढ़ के 1735 किया गया है. चना में 105 रुपये की वृद्धि हुई जो 5230 से बढ़कर 5335 रुपये अब किया गया है. मसूर में 500 रुपये की वृद्धि की गई है जो 5500 से बढ़ाकर 6000 रुपया किया गया है. रेपसीड जो सरसों 400 रुपये की वृद्धि की गई है, 5050 से बढ़ाकर 5450 रुपया कर दिया गया. और कुसुम में 209 रुपये की वृद्धि की गई है जो 5441 से बढ़ाकर 5650 रुपया किया गया है. अगर आप तुलना करके देखेंगे तो आपको इस चार्ट में सीधे तौर पर नजर आएगा कि 2014 में हम गेहूं पे कहां खड़े थे। 1450 था, जो 47% की वृद्धि करके 2125 रुपया होता है। इसी तरह से जौ का 2014-15 में 1150 था, जो 51% की वृद्धि करके आज 1735 है। ग्राम की बात करूं तो 3175 से बढ़कर 5335 हुआ है, जो 68% की वृद्धि है अगर 2014 की तुलना करें तो। और 3100 रुपया सरसों की रैपसीड की बात करूं तो 3100 से बढ़कर 5450 रुपये, 76% की वृद्धि 2014 के मुकाबले है। और कुसुम की बात करें तो 3050 से बढ़कर 5650, जो लगभग 85% की वृद्धि है। और मसूर की 3075 से बढ़कर 6000 हुआ है, जो लगभग 95% की वृद्धि है। तो ये 2014 से भी अब तक की तुलना मैंने करके बता दी, और पिछले साल से इस साल जो बढ़ोतरी की है वो भी मैंने आपके सामने रखा है। आपको पूर्व की भांति जैसे गेहूं का प्रोक्योरमेंट तो एफसीआई के द्वारा ही किया जाएगा, जो राज्य सरकार की एजेंसियों के माध्यम से किया जाता है। और नेफेड जो एसएफएसी है वो पल्सेस और ऑयल सीड्स का दलहन तिलहन की प्रोक्योरमेंट वो लोग करेंगे। आपके कोई प्रश्न हो तो आप पूछ सकते हैं।
आप अपने प्रश्न पूछ सकते हैं। हाँ,
में अगर पिछले कुछ वर्षों में देखें तो लगातार बढ़ोतरी हुई है। जो 150% कम से कम उत्पादन लागत से ज़्यादा देने की एमएस स्वामीनाथन की रिपोर्ट को एक्सेप्ट किया गया था, उसके बाद लगातार उससे भी ज़्यादा कई फसलों पर मिला है। लेकिन क्या कोई इसके साथ टारगेट भी तय किया गया? जैसे हम देख रहे हैं कि सरकारी खरीद भी हर बार बढ़ रही है, तो इस बार भी क्या इसके साथ साथ कोई टारगेट तय किया गया है कि कितनी सरकारी खरीद गेहूं की होगी, या फिर बाकी फसलों की भी सरकारी खरीद बढ़ाई जाएगी? ऐसा विचार हो रहा था, उस पर भी कुछ बात हुई है क्या?
देखिए, दलहन तिलहन की ओर भी अगर आप देखेंगे तो सरकार का फोकस रहा है। जो आयात पहले ज़्यादा होता था, अब आत्मनिर्भर उस दिशा में हो, तब भी हमने कदम उठाए हैं। और ऑयल सीड्स की प्रोडक्शन को भी अगर आप देखोगे, 27.51 मिलियन टन जो 2014-15 में था, उससे बढ़कर 37.70 मिलियन टन 2021-22 में हुआ है। ये अपने आप में दिखता है कि
All right, Union Cabinet briefing there. Anurag Thakur talking about one nation, one fertilizer. That's what he's saying. That steps are being taken to ensure the ease of living for our farmers by increasing the price of cereals and millets. Very important points coming out from that Cabinet briefing on agriculture. Viewers, some big breaking coming in from the Delhi NCR region. A one-year-old child has died after being bitten by a stray dog in Noida sector 39 area on Monday, sparking massive protests. The child was taken to a hospital where he was undergoing treatment, but he has succumbed now, viewers. The child has now succumbed to his injuries late at night. An update coming in, a stray dog incident. A stray dog attacked a young child in Noida, and what we can tell you so far is that the child was taken to the hospital and he was undergoing the treatment there, but he could not survive that attack. He has succumbed to his injuries. And this happened around late last night. This is the area of sector 39 in Noida.
This treatment of stray dogs will happen, whether they are sterilized or not, whether they can come in or not, whether it is a
All right, so this is the big story we're tracking right now. Viewers coming in from the Delhi NCR region. A one-year-old has died after a dog bite of a stray dog in Noida sector 39. And massive protests have erupted after that incident. Viewers, you can see the visuals on the screen as well. Post that incident, you can see the visuals we're getting for you on the screen of the incident, and post that what has happened so far in that society. But what we can tell you is that the child was taken to a hospital where he was undergoing treatment, but now he has succumbed to his injuries
late at night yesterday. This is what we're learning so far. The young child, just 7 months old, was mauled by a stray dog inside a group housing society in Noida, in the Noida area. And now the child could not survive that terrible attack on him. It was a very small child, and I just want to go across to this report filed by my colleague Tanisha from Noida. Take a look.
Very tragic and terrifying incident. A child, a 7-month-old baby, was mauled to death by a street dog. We are here at this location where this incident happened. It's a high-rise society in Noida, Sector 100. And this is the exact location where the child was dragged to about 100 meters. This is the location where the child was kept. His parents, remember, are construction workers. And they kept the child beside them is when the street dog came. It held the baby by its teeth and dragged him to about 100 meters, which is still from that to this very location. It not just bit the baby, but it also dragged the 7-month-old to about 100 meters from the location. Now, soon after this, the child was rushed to the hospital where apparently he succumbed to his injuries. And remember, this incident is of 4:30 p.m. around Monday, that is yesterday. And the parents are currently in grief, pain. They are in shock and they're not willing to talk to everybody. And it remains to be seen that this is not the first incident that has happened in Delhi NCR or other states as well. Remember, death and injuries due to dog bite has been a very common incident that has been happening these days, and it remains to be seen how the administration, how the cops handle the situation and take a note of it. But till then, be safe. This is Tanisha Avasti with camera person Jagannath reporting from Noida for Republic TV.
All right, let's go straight to Tanisha. Tanisha, this is a very tragic incident, and we know that in the Noida area, especially the stray dog incidents of them biting, unsuspecting people, and in this case, a small child. It has been rising in the past few months as well. Massive protests have erupted there as well. Take us to the details, Anisha.
Right, Shivangi, remember, it is not just one solo incident that has happened. Delhi NCR region has seen a rise of all these incidents. Now, starting from a dog bite in a lift to now, where a 7-month-old has been mauled by a street dog. We are right outside this housing society, this high-rise where the incident had happened. Just few moments back, we also did talk to the residents where they expressed their outrage and anger has been simmering on the streets. We are also joined by some residents here, Shivangi. Let's also have a word with them. Like I told you, we did talk to some residents where they wanted a law to be formulated on this, where the incoming of street dogs should be prevented and strict action should be taken. Sir, a very tragic incident that has happened, and the parents are construction workers. They're not willing to speak on it. We have seen outrage that has happened in the society. Just few moments back, there were also cops who had taken a note of this incident. What do you have to say on that?
Well, I think, yes, the incident is unfortunate, but it is happening again and again. It's not something which is happening for the first time. And I think the dogs are the same, but and offenders, they're like repeatedly happening. So I think some amendments to the law must be made. People who are behind the scenes, who are people who are animal lovers or activists, etc., something should be done so that, we can bring about reforms. And our minister who really looks after them, she should also understand that it's not just that the animals should be looked after and they should be protected. It's the humans. A life has gone. A 7-month-old child has gone, and I think it's appalling.
Just few moments back, there were also cops. We saw a huge number of cavalcade who had come, who had taken a note of all this incident. Have they promised any action? What have they told you?
So they've gotten some few people. They'll be collecting in the dogs, taking them to the shelter or whatsoever.
But is this a solution? Because it's been going on for ages now, for donkey years, I mean. And the children, the elders, everybody is living in a terror. You can't walk, you can't run, you can't park your car. So this is in a nutshell, this is something we've been taken for granted. We've come into a high-rise, a good, great place to stay in. And I think we all come in to secure our families. But this is something where we all feel very, very scared. And I think we have just been taken for granted by the government, by the authorities, by the, association members. Nobody takes or, listen to any problem which is happening around. And it's been going on for ages now. People are actually scared. These dogs, they are dogs. If you want to love, you just keep them inside your home. You don't leave them over there. It's such a shattering incident, a 7-year-old child mauled, by, the intestines coming out, the woman shrieking. This is a very sad affair. Where are we living? Are we living in a zoo or are we living in a jungle?
Just few moments back, when I was in that society inside, we did see some more street dogs roaming about freely. So clearly, no cognizance has been taken yet. There are still street dogs roaming inside the society. And remember, this is right after the incident. Yesterday, this incident happened at 4:30 in the evening, and today, yet we still see some street dogs roaming around freely inside the society.
This has been the case regularly. See, now if you see, there are few dog catchers have come. Suddenly they got active. They'll catch these dogs, and after a month or so, they'll again leave the dogs out over here. This is happening. This is not the first incident. The first incident happened in the basement. There was a iron guy, presswala. His kid was brutally injured by a dog, and that time then FIR was also registered. And after that, again the things went into normal. Then we people living in the society, educated people, we are basically a WhatsApp warriors these days. We just send WhatsApp message and that's it, over. And we have been complaining to the AOAs and all, nothing is happening. And there are few dog lovers, and yesterday incident only, then this child was brutally killed. These dog lovers were there, but nobody had a guts to say anything to them, because they are so violent. Dog lovers, and the ministry is with them, the law is with them. It is really shame.
Right, so there you see, Shivangi, there's anger, there's outrage clearly, and they still say that no action has been taken yet, no cognizance has been taken yet, even after the tragic, and not just tragic, a very terrifying incident. The 7-month-old intestine was taken out by the street dog, and remember, he was just not bitten, but he was also dragged for about 50 meters from the same spot where he was bitten. So clearly there's anger, there's outrage, and the residents have been demanding action. Strict action should be taken by the administration, and now
Right.
rules and regulations must come into force very, very strictly.
All right. Tanisha's getting us the latest details there after this attack by a stray dog. A child has now succumbed to his injuries. Thank you, Tanisha, and keep updating us as we get more information on this development coming from Delhi NCR. All right, let's move ahead. The story we're tracking right now, and this is once again coming after the 9 hours of grilling in Delhi Liquor Gate, after repeated Operation Lotus claims and making it about Gujarat folks once again. Kejriwal's deputy Manish Sisodia is now in Gujarat, and Republic has confronted the accused Sisodia on his big claim against CBI. And he was confronted by my colleague Priyanka. Let's listen into that confrontation.
इल्जाम लगाए गए हैं लिकर पॉलिसी को लेके, आपने ही ड्राफ्ट किए
वो सब फर्जी हैं।
पर आप डेप्यूटी चीफ मिनिस्टर है सर, आपने ड्राफ्ट किया था और आपको बोला जा रहा है कि जो कॉर्पोरेट जो स्टूडेंट्स हैं, जो लिकर माफिया है, उनके ऊपर आपने
वो सब झूठ है
पर सर आप बोल रहे हैं कि ये पॉलिटिकल है, पर आप दिल्ली में आप खुद ही आप अपनी रैली कर रहे थे, आप अपने आप को महात्मा गांधी बता रहे थे।
झूठ है इन लोगों का सब।
आपने खुद ने कहा है सर कि आप अपने तुलना महात्मा गांधी, भगत सिंह से
भारतीय जनता पार्टी महाझूठी और गुंडों की पार्टी।
पर आपने खुद ने कहा है सर, ये आप अपने आप
भारतीय जनता, मैं ये कह रहा हूँ कि भारतीय जनता पार्टी महाझूठियों की और गुंडों की पार्टी है।
पर आपने ये जो बोला कि पॉलिटिकल मुद्दा बना रहे हैं कि
All right, we're getting some response as well. Big political row has now broken out over Sisodia's poaching by BJP claim. The BJP MP Gautam Gambhir has now hit out, saying that it Appears like Sisodia doesn't know how the central agencies work. Listen in to that reaction coming in from Gautam Gambhir.
How much they're panicked. That is exactly what it shows on their face. That is exactly what it shows in their statements as well. That it is, I don't think so that anyone in this country believe in this kind of a statement as well, and that I've been offered a CM post, I've been asked to leave Aam Aadmi Party is not that big that the CBI or BJP would definitely want a corrupt man like him. But the more appalling statement came from the CM of Delhi, and which was actually, he's given some atrocious statements in the past as well, but it can't get worse than what he said yesterday, that like how we talk about Mahatma Gandhi not being compared with anyone in this country, I think it's exactly the same with Shahid Bhagat Singh as well. I have idolized him. Millions like me have idolized Shahid Bhagat Singh. So comparing Shahid Bhagat Singh to two corrupt men just shows that how low can they stoop down to. And I hope, and it's just a personal request to the CM of Delhi, because I've idolized only one man in my life, that's Shahid Bhagat Singh, that he should not stoop down to that level. Yes, he wants to save his party, he wants to save his position, he can do that, but there are better ways to doing that. But comparing two corrupt men to Shahid Bhagat Singh, who is not comparable to anyone, he cannot stoop down to any more lower level than what he's done yesterday. This is just how much they're panicked. That is exactly what it shows on their face. That is exactly what it shows in their statements as well. That it is, I don't think so that anyone in this country believe in this kind of a statement as well, and that I've been offered a CM post, I've been asked to leave Aam Aadmi Party is not that big that the CBI or BJP would definitely want a corrupt man like him. But the more appalling statement came from the CM of Delhi, and which was actually, he's given some atrocious statements in the past as well, but it can't get worse than what he said yesterday, that like how we talk about Mahatma Gandhi not being compared with anyone in this country, I think it's exactly the same with Shahid Bhagat Singh as well. I have idolized him. Millions like me have idolized Shahid Bhagat Singh. So comparing Shahid Bhagat Singh to two corrupt men just shows that how low can they stoop down to. And I hope, and it's just a personal request to the CM of Delhi, because I've idolized only one man in my life, that's Shahid Bhagat Singh, that he should not stoop down to that level. Yes, he wants to save his party, he wants to save his position, he can do that, but there are better ways to doing that. But comparing two corrupt men to Shahid Bhagat Singh, who is not comparable to anyone, he cannot stoop down to any more lower level than what he's done yesterday.
All right, so Gautam Gambhir there saying the Aam Aadmi Party has now stooped down to a new low. Remember that after Manish Sisodia was grilled for 9 hours, the Aam Aadmi Party leader alleged that the liquor scam is a ploy to make Operation Lotus successful in Delhi. We also spoke to Meenakshi Lekhi. Let's listen in.
With us, we have Union Minister Meenakshi Lekhi ji. Ma'am, yesterday Mr. Manish Sisodia was questioned by the CBI, and when he returned, he made a very serious claim that the CBI was forcing him to leave the Aam Aadmi Party. However, the CBI has issued a statement and said that nothing of that sort has happened during the questioning.
See, these fellows are not only ill-trained in governance, but ill-trained in behavior, mannerism and everything. And they don't even know that if CBI interrogation happens, they keep a record of everything. And they would know exactly, at some point in time, they can tell people of press also that, or the court, that this is what interrogation happened and this is what was asked of him. So lies and lies and nothing but the lies. And you all must appreciate and understand that the manner in which they have conducted themselves doesn't behoove anyone in public sphere. You see, one thing is to do a wrong thing, and second thing is to be, feel little sorry, feel little embarrassed about what you have done. This is nothing but brazen shamelessness. The way they have conducted themselves is absolute shamelessness.
Ma'am, also comparisons were drawn, where he himself drew a comparison between him and Mahatma Gandhi. And then we had Aam Aadmi Party leaders like Atishi ji, who went on to say that he's nothing but a modern day Bhagat Singh.
You see, people like them either are not well versed in the history of the country and definitely not well versed with the morality and principles. Mahatma Gandhi, be it Bhagat Singh, they sacrificed everything for the well-being of the country.
Viewers, getting back-to-back reactions after Manish Sisodia was confronted outside the Ahmedabad airport by Republic TV. as Sisodia remains silent on the specifics of the liquor scam case. And we'll be tracking the story very, very closely here on Republic TV.
A massive controversy has broken in the national capital after Aam Aadmi Party leaders were compared to Mahatma Gandhi and Bhagat Singh. The BJP has launched a scathing attack. Stay tuned to Republic TV. We'll be right back after a very short break to keep you ahead of this story.
मनीष जी, आपके ऊपर जो इल्जाम लगाए गए हैं लिकर पॉलिसी को लेके, आपने ही ड्राफ्ट किए थे, पर आप डेप्यूटी चीफ मिनिस्टर है सर, आपने ड्राफ्ट किया था और आपको बोला जा रहा है कि जो कॉर्पोरेट जो स्टूडेंट्स हैं, जो लिकर माफिया है, उनके ऊपर आपने
वो सब झूठ है।
आप अपनी रैली कर रहे थे, आप अपने आप को महात्मा गांधी बता रहे थे।
झूठ है इन लोगों का सब।
सर, you want to say something? सर बताइए, कुछ बताइए सर, आपको समन किया जा रहा है। मनीष जी, बताइए सर, एक सवाल मनीष जी, मनीष जी, एक सवाल बहुत महत्वपूर्ण है।
Sanjay Singh now you see is in the middle and protected by the Aam Aadmi Party Karyakartas, hand on hand, security around Manish, around Sanjay Singh, made by Aam Aadmi Party Karyakartas and leaders. They are not allowing police officials to take Sanjay Singh. Police finally detained Sanjay Singh.
मनीष सिसोदिया राजघाट पहुंच चुके हैं।
We are right outside Rajghat. Massive cavalcade of all the Aam Aadmi Party supporters is here at Rajghat.
The vehicle of Manish Sisodia as we follow the cavalcade to CBI for interrogation.
सर, you want to say something? सर बताइए, कुछ बताइए सर, आपको समन किया जा रहा है। मनीष जी, बताइए सर, एक सवाल मनीष जी, एक सवाल बहुत महत्वपूर्ण है।
Sanjay Singh now you see is in the middle and protected by the Aam Aadmi Party Karyakartas, hand on hand, security around Manish, around Sanjay Singh, made by Aam Aadmi Party Karyakartas and leaders. They are not allowing police officials to take Sanjay Singh. Police finally detained Sanjay Singh.
मनीष सिसोदिया राजघाट पहुंच चुके हैं।
We are right outside Rajghat. Massive cavalcade of all the Aam Aadmi Party supporters is here at Rajghat.
The vehicle of Manish Sisodia as we follow the cavalcade to CBI for interrogation.
सर, you want to say something? सर बताइए, कुछ बताइए सर, आपको समन किया जा रहा है। मनीष जी, बताइए सर, एक सवाल मनीष जी, एक सवाल बहुत महत्वपूर्ण है।
We are waiting for the detailed order. ठीक है, सीबीआई की एप्लीकेशन डिसमिस हो गई।
सर लेकिन सर सीबीआई क्या कहेंगे कि अधिकारियों को गवाहों को डराया धमकाया?
ना कुछ नहीं कहा। कहाँ से?
जब आप पावर में आ गए सर,
पार्टी ऑफिस।
तेजस्वी वन वर्ड, तेजस्वी।
Top headlines right now, viewers. 3 days and yet another cowardly attack in Jammu and Kashmir. 2 innocent laborers shot dead by Pakistan terrorists. "24 hours after Farooq's more killings prediction, another is kill. Valley says Farooq answer now." In Gujarat, the Republic questions Kejriwal's deputy on poaching claim. Big political row over Operation Lotus claim. Centre hits back now, says Sisodia is lying. The language debate is back. Stalin government all set to pass resolution against Hindi imposition. Killer pothole claims another life in Bengaluru. It's India versus the pothole menace now. Chopper crash in Kedarnath. Report suggests 7 dead. Search and rescue operations now underway. Viewers, you're watching Republic TV. I am Shubhangi Shukla, and let's start with the news we're getting in from Jammu and Kashmir, where the terrorist behind the 3rd targeted killing in Shopia has been arrested. The ADGP has informed that the terrorists lobbed grenades at the laborers. This is the 3rd targeted killing in just, viewers, I repeat, this is the 3rd targeted killing in the last 3 days. Now this time, the pro-Pakistan terrorists targeted 2 laborers and they were shot dead in their sleep in yet another cowardly attack. In a parallel development now, an encounter is now broken out in Shopia. The 2 targeted killings there, and while at the same time Kashmiri Hindus continue to fight for their safety in the valley. One more instances of targeted killing when 2 non-local laborers were killed in a grenade attack to the shot while back, viewers. According to the police, the terrorists hurled a grenade in Shopia, injuring 2 laborers, both residents of UP. The 2 injured laborers were shifted to the hospital, where they have now succumbed to their injuries. That's what the Jammu and Kashmir police has tweeted. Gursimran is joining me for more. Gursimran, I just want to go straight across to you. We're seeing that visuals on the screen are coming in as well of the anger which is erupted in the valley once again after this new incident of targeted killing. Gursimran. Gursimran, can you hear me, Gursimran? Are you getting my audio?
See, right now I am here at the protest by the Jammu-based reserve category employees who are staging protest here, demanding that the targeted killings should end in Kashmir Valley, and also the government should pay heed to their lives. They are saying, "Jaan hai to jahan hai." A simple message that the government, that this targeted killings should stop and end should come to these targeted killings that are taking place. We'll try to speak to some of them. Sir, लगातार आप लोग ये कह रहे हैं कि targeted killings बंद होनी चाहिए। ऐसा लग रहा है लगातार आतंकी जो हैं वो बाहर के लोगों को, आम नागरिकों को निशाना बना रहे हैं।
सर, आज हमारी वो हालत हो चुकी है कि गवर्नमेंट तो ऑर्डर निकालती है वहाँ आने का, और वहाँ पे ऑलरेडी हमारा वेट हो रहा होता है कि ये शिकार कब आए, कब इनको हम अपना टारगेट बना सकें। तो मैं सोचता हूँ जो भी डीडीओज हमारे बायोमेट्रिक्स जहाँ रिज्यूम ड्यूटी का ऑर्डर निकाल रहे हैं, मैं बोलता हूँ उनको एक बार फिर सोचना चाहिए, और हम इन एम्प्लॉयज़ के बारे में ये सोचना चाहिए कि हम वहाँ पे बिल्कुल भी आज की डेट में सेफ नहीं हैं।
So no one is safe in Kashmir as the recent spate of targeted killings is taking place. We have some more employees with us who have come from the Kashmir Valley refusing to go back. Madam, लगातार इस तरह की जो धमकियां हैं आप लोगों को वहाँ से आ रही हैं।
जी सर, मैं आपका थैंक यू करूंगी कि मीडिया कर्मचारी यहाँ
सर, टारगेट किलिंग की जो हो रही है लगातार कश्मीर में हो रही है, जो गवर्नमेंट के दावे हैं कि वहाँ सब ठीक है। आप देखें कि जो परसों सैटरडे को वहाँ पे पूर्ण कृष्ण भट्ट जो हमारे कश्मीरी पंडित भाई थे, उनकी जब किलिंग होती है, वहाँ एक पुलिस ऑफिशियल इस बात को मानता है कि ये जो कश्मीर फ्रीडम फाइटर इन्होंने जिम्मेदारी ली है उसकी। जब वो एक पुलिस वाले कंसीडर कर रहे हैं इस लेटर को, तो ये कंसीडर क्यों नहीं करते? यहाँ पे इन्होंने सीधा लिखा है कि नॉन लोकल्स को हम यहाँ बख्शेंगे नहीं। फिर क्यों, किस सोच में एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन बार बार ये बायोमेट्रिक अटेंडेंस निकालती है? हमें लगता है कि जैसे यहाँ से ये बायोमेट्रिक अटेंडेंस को ऑर्डर निकालते हैं, हमें मजबूर होता है वहाँ जाने के लिए, हमारी सैलरीज बंद रखते हैं, वहाँ वो एजेंसीज मुंह खोलकर बैठी हुई है, हमारा इंतजार कर रही हैं, कभी आएंगे हम इनको टारगेट किलिंग का शिकार बनाएंगे।
So very apt they have said that those terrorists, they are waiting for an opportunity so that they can target these people, these government employees who go to the Kashmir Valley, and they say that these targeted killings should stop. This all should come to an end because they have seen that every single day they have to go to the cremation ground. They are demanding that stop the targeted killings and save lives, save nation. This is what they are demanding. They are appealing, they are requesting the government to ensure that there are adequate security arrangements, and till the time the arrangements are made, they be sent to the safer places so that their lives can be saved, because this is really a serious issue for the security forces, that how to save life of these people who are now pleading for their life, regularly saying that we be transferred to the safe locations so that their lives can be saved. Their children are also with them here in the protest site, and what they all demand is the safety and security from those Pakistani terrorists who are hell-bent to kill these innocent people just to show their presence in the Kashmir Valley.
Gursimran, while speaking to Republic TV, the former Jammu and Kashmir DGP SP Vaid said, and he made a very, very interesting comment here as well. He said that these killings are coming in when so many aims, IITs, universities, medical colleges, and so many projects are coming up there, and this is an attempt just to sabotage them, because these are development programs under PM Modi.
आज का जो घटना है, दुर्घटना है, इस संबंध में जो है इंक्वायरी के बाद जो है एग्जैक्ट रीजंस बताएंगे। अभी डीएम के ओर से जो है मैजिस्ट्रियल इंक्वायरी अभी गठित किया है, तो वो मैजिस्ट्रियल इंक्वायरी करने के बाद बताएंगे।
सर डीजीसीए ने कोई रिपोर्ट डीजीसीए की तरफ से आपने कुछ मांगा गई रिपोर्ट कभी डीजीसीए की तरफ से?
अभी जो है हम जितना इंक्वायरी रिपोर्ट करेंगे, करने के बाद डीजीसीए को भी रिपोर्ट करेंगे, और इस संबंध में जो है जो गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया को भी ये सूचना हम देंगे।
सर केदारनाथ वैली में कंपनीज फ्लाइंग करती हैं, कई बार ये देखा जाता है यूगांडा की ओर से भी सिर्फ खाना पूर्ति होती है, क्या आप लोगों की ओर से प्रॉपर चेकिंग नहीं होती है? सेफ्टी ऑडिट इनके किए गए थे, नहीं किए गए थे? और दूसरा, क्योंकि बहुत सारे ऐसे नॉर्म्स हैं जिस पर डीजीसीए आपत्ति कई बार लगाता है, ये नियम फॉलो नहीं किए जाते, आप अभी ये नियम फॉलो हो रहे थे या आप लोग चेक कर रहे थे? क्योंकि ये बड़ा हादसा है, इसका मैसेज बड़ा पड़ा जाएगा सर।
मैं क्लियर कर लेता हूँ, इस संबंध में जो डीजीसीए का नॉर्म्स है वो एट अ टाइम मैक्सिमम 6 हेलीकॉप्टर्स जो है फ्लाई कर सकते हैं। उसमें 2 हेलीकॉप्टर्स वहाँ लैंडिंग के लिए केदारनाथ में, 2 हेलीकॉप्टर्स नीचे जो अन्य हेलीपैड्स में लैंडिंग करने के लिए, 2 जो है एयरबोर्न होने के लिए। इस संबंध में जो है यूकाडा के ओर से हम लोग टाइम स्लॉट निर्धारण करके देते हैं। टोटल 9 ऑपरेटर्स है, उनमें से 6 ऑपरेटर्स एट अ टाइम जो है मैक्सिमम हम टाइम स्लॉट देते हैं। उस टाइम स्लॉट में जो है वो केवल वही 6 ऑपरेटर्स उड़ सकते हैं, कोई और ऑपरेटर्स उड़ नहीं सकते। यही जो है मानक है, ये नॉर्म्स है। इसमें सेफ्टी ऑडिट से लेकर के कई सारा जो सेफ्टी एस्पेक्ट्स है, ये पूरा डीजीसीए जो है इंस्पेक्शन करता है। यूकाडा के ओर से हम लोग ये फैसिलिटेशन कर रहे हैं कि वहाँ पे जो है जैसे अगर टिकट लेकर के कोई आ रहा है तो उनका जो है चेकिंग करने से लेकर के ये सारा जिम्मेदारियाँ जो है एक्चुअली देखा जाए तो ये जो संबंधित ऑपरेटर्स का है, दूसरा जो है ये DGCA सेफ्टी ऑडिट्स वगैरह जो है DGCA ही देखता। इसमें वही मैं कह रहा हूँ कि ये सेफ्टी वाला एस्पेक्ट है या जो मानक है ये DGCA निर्धारण करता है। युकाडा जो है सिविल एविएशन एक अथॉरिटी है यहाँ पे जो एंटायर ऑपरेशंस का जो है मैनेज करना, फैसिलिटेट करने का जो सेफ्टी वाला एस्पेक्ट है ये DGCA देखता है।
सर एक बात ये भी आ रही है
एट अ टाइम एक पूछेंगे तो
सर, डबल इंजन का जो हेलीकॉप्टर होता है वो ज्यादा सेफ माना जाता है, इसको थोड़ा क्लियर कर दीजिए। क्या केदारगढ़ में डबल इंजन के हेलीकॉप्टर नहीं उड़ सकते क्योंकि वहाँ सारे ही सिंगल इंजन के होते हैं, इसको थोड़ा डिफाइन कर दीजिए।
एक्चुअली ये इस संबंध में टेक्निकल इन्फॉर्मेशन जो है मैं बाद में जो है डिटेल्ड और प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस कर लेता हूँ, उसमें और क्लैरिफाई कर लेता हूँ, क्योंकि अभी जो सिंगल इंजन हेलीकॉप्टर्स वहाँ फ्लाई कर रहे हैं वो भी सेफ्टी मानक पूरा करने के बाद ही फ्लाई करते हैं। इसमें कोई भी ऐसे अनसेफ मशीन की वजह से दुर्घटना हुआ है या नहीं हुआ है ये हम अभी इंक्वायरी के बाद देखेंगे। अदरवाइज जो है अभी तक का जो है इतने सारा फ्लाइंग हुआ है, कोई सेफ्टी मशीन को लेकर के कुछ हुआ नहीं है।
सर आवाज आई पर कोई प्रतिबंध किया गया है कि आवाज
फिलहाल अभी जब घटना हुआ, दुर्घटना होते ही इसका रेस्क्यू ऑपरेशंस वगैरह फैसिलिटेट करने के लिए अभी जो है टेम्पररी फ्लाइंग को जो है बाकी फ्लाइंग को रोका गया है। बट अभी रिकवरी जो है लगभग अभी कंप्लीट होने वाला है। जैसे इंफॉर्मेशन आ जाएगा उसके बाद जो है नॉर्मली जो है फ्लाइंग जो है दोबारा रिज्यूम होगी।
Sanjay Singh now you see is in the middle and protected by the Aam Aadmi Party Karyakartas, hand on hand security around Manish, around Sanjay Singh made by Aam Aadmi Party Karyakartas and leaders. They are not allowing police officials to take Sanjay Singh. Police finally detained Sanjay Singh.
मनीष सिसोदिया राजघाट पहुंच चुके हैं। We are right outside Rajghat. Massive cavalcade of all the Aam Aadmi Party supporters is here at Rajghat.
The vehicle of Manish Sisodia as we follow the cavalcade to CBI for interrogation.
सर यू वांट टू से समथिंग? सर बताइए, कुछ बताइए सर, आपको समन किया जा रहा है। मनीष जी बताइए सर, एक सवाल मनीष जी एक सवाल बहुत महत्वपूर्ण है।
Sanjay Singh now you see is in the middle and protected by the Aam Aadmi Party Karyakartas, hand on hand security around Manish, around Sanjay Singh made by Aam Aadmi Party Karyakartas and leaders. They are not allowing police officials to take Sanjay Singh. Police finally detained Sanjay Singh.
मनीष सिसोदिया राजघाट पहुंच चुके हैं। We are right outside Rajghat. Massive cavalcade of all the Aam Aadmi Party supporters is here at Rajghat.
The vehicle of Manish Sisodia as we follow the cavalcade to CBI for interrogation.
सर यू वांट टू से समथिंग? सर बताइए, कुछ बताइए सर, आपको समन किया जा रहा है। सर बताइए सर, एक सवाल मनीष जी एक सवाल बहुत महत्वपूर्ण है।
around Sanjay Singh made by Aam Aadmi Party karyakartas and leaders. They are not allowing police officials to take Sanjay Singh. Police finally detained Sanjay Singh.
मनीष सिसोदिया राजघाट पहुंच चुके हैं. We are right outside Rajghat. Massive cavalcade of all the Aam Aadmi Party supporters is here at Rajghat.
The vehicle of Manish Sisodia as he followed the cavalcade to CBI for interrogation.
सर यू वांट टू से समथिंग? सर बताइए, कुछ तो बताइए सर. आपको समन किया जा रहा है. मनीष जी, बताइए सर. एक सवाल मनीष जी एक सवाल बहुत महत्वपूर्ण है.
Sanjay Singh now you see is in the middle and protected by the Aam Aadmi Party karyakartas. Hand on hand, security around Sanjay Singh made by Aam Aadmi Party karyakartas and leaders. They are not allowing police officials to take Sanjay Singh. Police finally detained Sanjay Singh.
Amity has been ranked amongst the top 3% universities globally, a testimony to Amity's globally benchmarked quality.
मनीष सिसोदिया राजघाट पहुंच चुके हैं. We are right outside Rajghat. Massive cavalcade of all the Aam Aadmi Party supporters is here at Rajghat.
The vehicle of Manish Sisodia as he followed the cavalcade to CBI for interrogation.
सर यू वांट टू से समथिंग? सर बताइए, कुछ तो बताइए सर. आपको समन किया जा रहा है. बताइए सर. एक सवाल मनीष जी एक सवाल बहुत महत्वपूर्ण है.
Sanjay Singh now you see is in the middle and protected by the Aam Aadmi Party.
We have some breaking news coming in from West Bengal right now. Massive fire reported in a shoe factory in the Topsia area, Kolkata. 6 tenders rushed to the spot. That is what we're getting for you right now. Getting some more breaking news.
कि यहाँ पर आए हैं हिस्सा लेने के लिए. आमतौर पर इसमें जो पुलिस प्रमुख होते हैं इन देशों में वो इसमें हिस्सा लेते हैं. जो एजेंसियों के प्रमुख होते हैं वो इंटरपोल की इस तरह की बैठकों में हिस्सा लेते हैं. जैसे अगर हम अपने यहाँ की बात करें, भारत की बात करें, तो इसमें सीबीआई जो है वो एक नोडल एजेंसी है इंटरपोल की. तो इंटरपोल के साथ जो भी कम्युनिकेशन होता है भारत के सुरक्षा के संदर्भ में वो सीबीआई के जरिए सूचनाएं आती और जाती हैं. तो बहुत अहम है दुनिया भर की सिक्योरिटी के लिए इंटरपोल के बीच इस तरह का समन्वय. और इस विशेष खासतौर से इसको इस बार भारत में आयोजित किया जा रहा है. इसके पीछे बात ये भी है कि 2019 में जब गृह मंत्री ने इंटरपोल के महासचिव से जो उनकी बातचीत हुई थी उसमें उन्होंने न्यौता दिया था और उन्होंने कहा था कि जो आजादी का अमृत काल चल रहा है इस दौरान अगर भारत में इसका आयोजन किया जाए तो ये एक बहुत महत्वपूर्ण आयोजन होगा. और इंटरपोल ने भारत के आग्रह को, भारत का जो प्रस्ताव था उसको स्वीकार करते हुए इस बार इसको भारत में आयोजित करने के लिए अपनी मंजूरी दी थी. और ये 18 से लेकर के 21 तारीख तक चलेगी. इसमें कई कार्यशालाएं होंगी, सूचनाओं का आदान प्रदान होगा. और अगर हम इंडियन एजेंसीज की बात करें तो दुनिया भर में ये माना जाता है कि साइबर क्राइम से निपटने में भारतीय एजेंसियों की खास भूमिका रही है. तो इसमें जो भी देश सदस्य देश हैं वो आपस में अपने अनुभवों को साझा करेंगे. भारत के पास एक साइबर एक्सपर्ट्स जो हैं वो इंटरपोल का एक महत्वपूर्ण हिस्सा हैं और वो रियल टाइम में सूचनाओं का आदान प्रदान करते हैं इंटरपोल और भारतीय सुरक्षा एजेंसियां। प्रधानमंत्री आज इसका जो इनॉग्रल सेशन है उसको संबोधित करेंगे और भारत के नजरिए से अपनी बातें रखेंगे कि भारत की क्या भूमिका है अंतर्राष्ट्रीय वैश्विक सुरक्षा सुनिश्चित करने में। इससे पहले भी
Let's go straight to our senior editor Shravan. Shravan, India is hosting the 90th Interpol General Assembly. Take us to the details, what we're watching on our screens.
Well, India is all set now to host the 90th General Assembly in the national capital, where over 135 delegates are attending this 90th General Assembly. As we speak right now, Prime Minister has already arrived, along with him the Indian Home Minister Amit Shah and the President of Interpol, Secretary General of Interpol and CBI Director Sanjay Singh are present right now. There are pleasantries which are being exchanged right now as we speak, as the Prime Minister enters the venue. In a short while from now, the Prime Minister would be addressing all the delegates who are sitting here. Remember, this is extremely crucial given the fact that this is the General Assembly just ahead of the centenary, the Interpol centenary that is going to take place next year. So the General Assembly is essentially the time when the Interpol comes together to decide the agenda for the next year. What is important to point out here is that with the participation of about over 135 nations of the 190 member states is an indication of the challenges that the Interpol countries actually face together. So what is likely going to be the agenda right now, Shivagi? We are being given to understand that on the sidelines of the Interpol General Assembly would also be the bilaterals that are essentially going to take place between several countries. There is a possibility that India could also carry out bilaterals with countries like the United Kingdom, US, as well as Canada and Singapore. However, we're waiting for a confirmation on that. But remember, in the General Assembly, what is going to be important is that with these member states coming together, the idea is to brainstorm over the challenges that these countries face in combating various challenges, various crimes, and the ever-changing crime. Let's not forget what we have essentially witnessed with cyber terrorism being one of the major causes of concern. So all of that essentially going to be also part of the General Assembly. Interestingly, Russia is also participating. Along with Russia, Ukraine too is participating in the 90th General Assembly. Not just that, we are also given to understand that Pakistan is also present in the 90th General Assembly. So what's going to be important right now is to look at some of the other concerns that member states also have, whether at all Russia is going to be blocked. Because remember, at the inaugural session in which the Secretary General made it amply clear that Interpol is not essentially favoring any of the countries to be blocked. Because remember, that leads to some sort of a black hole, especially when it comes to policing, and that is something that the member states perhaps cannot afford at this point in time. Slipping into a short break, on the other side we'll get to more details of the 90th General Assembly, the Interpol.
सर, you want to say something? सर बताइए, कुछ तो बताइए सर। आपको समन किया जा रहा है। सर कुछ तो बताइए सर। एक सवाल मनीष जी एक सवाल बहुत महत्वपूर्ण है।
Sanjay Singh, now you see is in the middle and protected by the Aam Aadmi Party Karyakartas, hand on hand, security around Manish, around Sanjay Singh, made by Aam Aadmi Party Karyakartas and leaders. They are not allowing police officials to take Sanjay Singh. Police finally detained Sanjay Singh.
मनीष सिसोदिया राजघाट पहुंच चुके हैं। We are right outside Rajghat. Massive cavalcade of all the Aam Aadmi Party supporters is here at Rajghat.
the vehicle of Manish Sisodia as we follow the cavalcade to CBI for interrogation.
Sir, you want to say something? सर बताइए, कुछ बताइए सर। आपको समन किया जा रहा है। मनीष जी, बताइए सर। एक सवाल मनीष जी, एक सवाल बहुत महत्वपूर्ण है।
Sanjay Singh now you see is in the middle and protected by the Aam Aadmi Party Karyakartas, hand on hand security around Sanjay Singh made by Aam Aadmi Party Karyakartas and leaders. They are not allowing police officials to take Sanjay Singh. Police finally detained Sanjay Singh